secret weapon. The secret weapon to taming Walter. Testing, 1, 2, 3. I'll if you hear me. Testing. Boom, dude. Testing. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Is that better? Okay, yeah, I've got it. All right, you guys hear me okay now? Perfect.
You win. Perfect.
There is no such thing as that one special girl. She does not exist. She'll forgive you for stepping out on her. If your girl's on IG, she is not your girl. But she will not forgive you for being boring. So you want to be my girlfriend, huh? Good relationships are rare these days, but they are possible. Unlock your phone and hand it to me right now. What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharp, and welcome to the 799th edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of toxic masculinity. It is Wednesday, November 3rd of 2021. It is good to have you guys in this afternoon. As always, we are streaming live to multiple platforms: Facebook, mgtow.tv, manosphere.tv, DLive, YouTube, Twitch, and of course, in crystal clear, high-resolution 4K to Sharp Stream, which is where I stream all of my premium content for free on the app, which can be downloaded for Android or iOS at sharpstream.com. So however you are watching, wherever you're watching from, thank you for making the Sharp Reality Live a part of your daily routine. For those of you watching for the very first time, my name is Donovan Sharp, and I specialize in decoding and translating female communication, both verbal and nonverbal, for the express purpose of showing men what women are really thinking and what their true intentions are. Now, I do this by breaking down videos, podcasts, dating shows, all of that stuff live and in real time, which is something nobody else does. And I mean nobody. In the last 7 years, I have written over 200 articles and 9 books. I've live streamed almost 40,000 hours during that time span and have put out tens of thousands of hours of content on just about every platform out there. I have over a dozen video courses designed to help you on your path to dominating life, which includes self-improvement, selecting and training the right woman, accurately decoding female communication, and much, much more. I've been in this community since 2014 and have collaborated with some of the biggest and most respected men in this space. Men such as Rollo Tomasi, Alpha Male Strategies, Kevin Samuels, Alan Roger Curry, Roosh V, Myron Gaines, Illimitable Man, Better Bachelor, Everett Overton, Coach Greg Adams, Aaron Clary, and many, many, many more. My goal is helping men just like you become the very best versions of yourselves by teaching you the ins and outs of manhood, masculinity, self-improvement, and dealing with women from a position of strength and knowledge. Shout out to the sharpshooters on the YouTube side. One from Chicago is the first to break the tape. Ice Dragon Kid is in the house. Dre Raven, Joshua Mays, Dr. B84, William Osborne. Cody Marshall says cat. Absolutely. Absolutely. Walter Cam was in full effect. I didn't know how that was going to work, but really all it took was teriyaki beef jerky, and lo and behold, he actually stays in one place. Chris Johnson's in the house. King Life, of course, is in the house. Street Fighter 88. The Blind Archer, Black Lemur 2009 says, is that the funny Peruvian girl on the left? I think so. Shout out to my snipers on the Sharp Stream side. Dre Raven, double dipping as usual. Mr. E1976, JB84, double dipping as Dr. B84. As Walter is now looking for more teriyaki beef jerky. Here you go, little fella. There we go. Apollo's in the house, as well as Hellfong, Slapduck, Damian Hanma, JBlaze11, Kyle 2020, and Mark Johnson. I thank you guys all for your support. I have a fantastic show in store for you guys today. So I'm going to go ahead and get right to it. So inadvertently, the Fresh and Fit boys did a, let's call it a long distance collaboration with the lead attorney. What today's episode is going to feature, it's going to feature 3 different video clips from 2 different content creators, obviously the Fresh and Fit boys, as well as the lead attorney. What this is going to show is sort of a before and after glimpse in terms of the typical modern American woman's dating life. We are going to take a look at a video that discusses the importance of women remaining sexually chaste, exercising sexual temperance. We are also going to take a look at a video that discusses why men do not like women with masculine traits. And then we are going to take sort of a dystopic route and watch a video from the lead attorney. Had a very, very lovely feminine attorney on, who is probably in her mid to late 30s and still single. And she can't really figure out why. This attorney is actually fairly she's well respected, and she's very self-aware, but facts are facts. I actually happen to, like this lady, Suzette Speaks, but enough of me running off at the mouth. Let's go ahead and get to the very first video, Fresh and Fit. That's anticlimactic.
To realize is that there's different types of female for different types of men too. So like the type of female that maybe he's attracted to or that he'll get married to is not going to be, or whatever you decide to do, it's not going to be every woman. So he can at some point pick the type of woman that he wants. That doesn't mean that he's going to get the...
No. I'm going to have to keep it a stack with you guys. Men are naturally...
Here we go.
...repulsed by promiscuous women. I don't care what...
Look at the looks on their faces.
Anybody tells you. If a guy sits there and tells you, I don't care, blah, 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 it's cool, whatever, they'll just tell you that to get the box. But most guys that have common sense that are worth a damn will not take a promiscuous woman seriously for marriage or any type of serious commitment.
They might smash you.
And
They'll
so,
take
that's
that
it.
date,
so
but
then
they're gonna
all
take you
these
serious.
girls on OnlyFans and doing all this sex work and stuff, would you consider them to be promiscuous?
Yep.
Of course I would. I don't care. Listen, man, the argument that Redhead is making is, if it's her job, is she still considered to be promiscuous? And the answer is an emphatic fuck yes. I don't care if she's fucking for free. I don't care if she's fucking for money. It doesn't matter. And this just goes to show that women like to pick and choose which bodies count and which ones don't. Well, how many women or how many guys have you slept with? Probably 7. But the ones she's not counting are the 3 in Cabo, right? The 15 in Spain, the 10 in Ibiza, the 60 in college, because none of those count because she wasn't in a relationship. And so what Little Miss Redhead here is what she's trying to do is she's trying to conflate a woman's occupational obligations with almost being forced to do so. No, of course it counts. Yeah, Street Fighter 88 says it doesn't count if I do it on camera. Exactly. That's what Red is saying here.
Or to be not valuable as like a wifey.
All of those women are bad bets for a long-term commitment.
But why? They're just out here trying to get
Can
the
you
bag.
define?
There it is. Why? They're just out here trying to get the bag. It doesn't... Listen, and hey, if you want to earn... And Dev, Dev, come on upstairs and grab Walter because he's starting to get a little bit restless. It doesn't matter. See, here's the thing. What this woman is trying to say is like, well, you should excuse her promiscuity because she was out here trying to get the bag. She's trying to earn her money. Hey, more power to her. But women don't give a damn how you get your money, guys. They absolutely don't care how you got your money. If you're broke, women don't want to hear, well, the reason I'm broke is because I got screwed over at my job and blah, 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 blah. Listen, man, they may nod their head and say, oh, man, you got shafted, you got screwed over. Guess what? That doesn't make them want to fuck you. You could be 304 pounds, pun intended. You could be 304 pounds and say, well, the reason why I'm morbidly obese is because I have a thyroid issue, is because I have a thyroid issue and I was injured and this and that and the third. Again, she'll nod and say, man, that's a tough break, but that does not mean that you're not still morbidly obese. Women don't care how you got there. They care that you're there, and that's rich, poor, great shape, bad shape, whatever the case may be. A woman is not going to say, oh, well, the reason why you're 304 pounds is because you caught a few tough breaks. Well, that automatically makes you more attractive. No, that's ridiculous. So when you find out a girl does OnlyFans, or that she's a P-star, or that she, was a lady of the night, a man is not going to say, oh, okay, so you caught 257 bodies, but it was in the line of duty, so I think I'm going to give you a pass on that.
Nope.
That's not how it works. A body is a body is a body. Promiscuity is promiscuity. Period.
Promiscuity real fast, just
Yeah.
because of being like...
Oh, here we go. So now she's coming in with the... Now just listen to this.
Valuable as like a wifey.
All of those women are bad bets for a long-term commitment.
But why? They're just out here trying to get
Can
the
you
bag.
define promiscuity real fast?
Yeah.
Just because...
Eh?
Can you define promiscuity just real fast? Promiscuity is sleeping around indiscriminately. That's what it is. The definition of a slut is a woman who has many casual sexual partners. That's it. There's no levels. There's no nuance to it. A slut is a slut is a slut. That's it.
being like just define promiscuity.
Like,
Okay,
why does
whether
their
she's-
job define their
Okay.
value when it comes
Okay,
to that?
whether-
Oh, why should their job define their value when it comes to that? Because sex, sweetheart, the more sex a woman has, the lower her value is. The more sex a man has, the higher his value becomes, his sexual value. That's how this works. It doesn't matter whether she caught the bodies as a teenager or she caught her bodies because of a spring. No, it doesn't matter. A body is equal. A body equals a body. Ice Dragon Kid says, can you define equals hit dog will holler? Yeah, we all know what promiscuity means. We all know what sluts mean. But the reason why she's asking him to define promiscuity is so that she can pick apart his definition. We know what promiscuity is.
Whether she's overtly promiscuous, having a lot of sex, or showing her body on the internet to other men, OnlyFans or pornography, whatever it may be, even if she's not having sex with other men,
Yeah.
I probably would not commit to that woman seriously. And real talk, we've had porn stars on here as well. Most of them can't keep a boyfriend either. They'll say they're okay with it in the beginning, but they always tell them you need to stop. Why? Because men are naturally hardwired to be repulsed by women that are hoes and promiscuous. Why? Shout out to my boy Rolo Tomas, we talk about this all the time. Men want to be able to ensure paternity.
Yeah.
They want to know if you get pregnant and you have a child, and I'm on the hook for paying for that child and taking care of you, etc. The kid is fucking mine.
A man's biggest fear, deepest fear, is to be with a woman, and the kid is not his.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
So that
See? So Red acknowledges, yeah, that would be terrible. Yeah, that would be terrible. Yes, a woman's greatest fear is to be E-pard. A man's greatest fear is to have a child he believes is his paternally, and it turns out that it's not. I can't even imagine. I cannot even imagine. I couldn't even imagine. And dude, I don't have kids. I don't even have kids. I remember way back in February when Dev and I took an impromptu trip out to Reno. I remember one dude called in and said he had 5 kids. 60% of the kids were not his. I'm like, wait, what? So 3 out of his 5 kids do not belong to him paternally. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was sick to my stomach for him.
that is
Change
why.
the dialect of versus like repulsive versus like insecure. Can we do that or
No.
not?
No, we can't do that. It has nothing to see. Oh, yeah. So now comes the sign language. Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. So what Myron just explained to her was a man's biological need to ensure paternity, right? But what this bitch just turned around, she just flipped it around and said, oh, okay, well, listen, I understand that he wants to ensure paternity, but isn't that a little bit insecure? Insecurity has nothing to do with it. Insecurity has nothing to do with it. Insecurity is shaming language. Insecurity is shaming language for women that they use on men to give themselves an excuse to do things that are conducive to infidelity. You're insecure. You're blah, blah, blah. I talk about this in the Woman E series. Take a look and listen.
You're insecure, controlling, and possessive. I need you to give me space so I can cheat on you.
If a woman ever says this to you, it simply means that your value isn't high enough to justify adhering to your standards. Women never say this about the men they love. Instead, they'll say, he doesn't want me texting my ex, going out to bars or clubs, or going out of town without him. I think it's just so sweet that he doesn't want any other man to have me except for him. If your value is high enough, a woman will comply with whatever demands you place upon her.
And if your value isn't high enough, she will use the word insecure to shame you into allowing her to put herself and your relationship at risk with your permission. That's what that is. And you can tell by this girl's body language. She's got the closed body language as though she's making a case. Yeah, she's definitely a hit dog for sure.
Insecure in a way, but like there's a because your word wasn't. Oh, I'm disgusted by that because she's doing this and that's fucking gross. It's
Yeah, it is fucking gross. It is disgusting.
no. I want to ensure that if I take the
Listen,
next steps.
hold on.
let me
You
finish.
got to get your feelings out of this.
No, and my feelings aren't in it, but I just want to.
because
I
you
just
don't-
want
you
to
don't-
make sure.
Oh, no. See, the faster she talks, the more her feelings are in it.
Because you're mad about a word, and I'm here to tell you, no,
No, I
that's the
just want to
correct
make
word.
sure we're using the correct verbiage because that's
No.
not.
Oh, yeah, there it is. The correct verbiage. The Kevin Ray Wilder. The Kevin Ray Wilder white pill argument. Well, Donovan, I agree with what you're saying, but not all. You shouldn't say all women are like that. No, you should use different verbiage.
That is a correct
Explain-
verbiage.
Listen, listen. Let me just finish.
Go ahead.
Repulsed means you're disgusted.
Yes.
Yes, that's exactly what that means.
Now you didn't describe disgusted when you explained why a man.
Oh my God. So now she wants to describe promiscuity. Now she wants us to describe disgusted. You see, when a woman is talking to a man about something that may or may not be directly related to her, they ask you to define everything. Well, define promiscuity, define disgusted.
Man doesn't want to be with a promiscuous woman. You didn't describe repulsive. You didn't describe disgusted. You said it's because
Oh my
he's
God.
unsure whether or not what route that's going to lead him to. He is unsure.
Okay.
And so we don't have to even say it's insecurity. It's more of an uncertainty.
Yes, that's exactly correct. The more bodies a woman catches, the more of an uncertainty there is in terms of paternity. Not to mention, it's also fucking gross. It's also fucking gross. Listen, man, we've heard about the theory of the 1,000-cock stare. Now, the 1,000-cock stare is the soulless look in a woman's eyes who has been ran through by phalluses into the hundreds. We get that. She has had the life and innocence fucked out of her. However, there's another theory about the 1,000-cock stare, and that is that a woman has been ejaculated in so many times by so many men the DNA is still in her. Yeah, she might piss it out. Yeah, it might be processed and this and that and the third. But once a man busts a nut in a woman, he has marked her forever, however large or small that mark may be. To that end, the 1,000-cock stare is all of these traits from all of these loads sort of rearing their ugly head. Who and what does she look or sound like? And think about that. Think about that. Another reason why men are disgusted by promiscuous women is because you are the one getting fucked. You're the one getting jizzed in. You're the one getting skeeted in. It is absolutely disgusting that women have unprotected sex with men into the dozens in a calendar month. That's fucking disgusting. That's disgusting. Like at that point, you're no longer a woman. You're you're the biological equivalent of a petri dish.
But it's not repulsiveness. So I think
that is repulsiveness, sweetheart. Again, she's gonna have to get over this verbiage and just understand that it is what it is.
It is repulsiveness.
And I'm gonna listen. You didn't describe repulsiveness.
Well, are you kidding me? We don't have to describe repulsed. We all know the definition of repulsed and promiscuity. This is how this woman and women like her like to argue. Define this. You didn't describe that. What do we need, a Webster's fucking dictionary? No. You know what repulsed means.
Okay. Yes. Look, if you let me, I'll tell you right now. You're mad about a word.
I'm not mad.
I'm telling you this.
I'm telling you verbiage is important. That's all
it
I'm
is,
saying.
and I'm gonna tell you why it's repulsive, despite what you want to say. You don't like the verbiage, but this is the truth. Men are repulsed, and you want to know why they're repulsed? Just like if you eat bitter food, what happens? You want to puke, right? You don't want to eat it, right? But the point is that if you eat something bitter, your innate reaction to men have that same feeling when they deal with women that are promiscuous, because it is disgusting for men to commit to a woman that everyone else has had.
Yeah.
Purity is a very important factor that accounts into a woman's value to a man. I hate to say it like that, guys. I'm telling you what men ain't never going to tell you. You guys want to know how you get a ring on a man and how you get him to commit whatever? He can't think that you're a hoe. Like, that's what it is. Because here's the thing. I've met girls that are strippers, porn stars, etc. They get a boyfriend. The guy's okay with it for a few weeks, a few months, whatever. But the conversation always comes.
They want you to stop.
I want you to stop this shit.
See, she knows. She knows. And think about it. Mia Khalifa. Mia Khalifa she was married, right? She thought she did it. She was a porn star and she ended up getting married. But guess what? She didn't have her happily ever after. Why? Because her now ex-husband could not live with the fact that she had been skeeted in by physically superior men with foot-long dongs for a living on camera for all the world to see. That's an even worse situation, because there is video evidence of her promiscuity. Listen, it's one thing to say. It's one thing to wife up a promiscuous woman. You don't really know how many bodies she has, right? And again, this is what I teach. I teach men, okay, she's never going to tell you the truth, but if she displays X, Y, and Z behaviors, if she uses X, Y, Z phrasing, verbiage, whatever, the higher her body count, right? The more skin she shows on a regular basis, the higher the body count. The more hilarious stories she tells about this guy and that, the higher the body count. The more years she spent at a 4-year school, the higher the body count. Guys like us, the reason why men like me exist is because we know that women are never going to be honest about their body count. We know this. And if I were a girl, I wouldn't be honest about mine either. Dude, I would divide my body count by 74 just like all these other bitches out here. But I'm not a woman. I'm a man. And if I know you're not going to be honest with me about your body count, I'm just going to observe. There are certain behaviors, certain phrases, certain proclivities that women who have high body counts simply cannot hide. And the ones that can hide it, or the ones that do sort of tamp it down, those are the women who are either A, on a mission to find a good man, or B, under the guidance and tutelage of said man. Devin has a high body count. Those are the facts. She is 45 years old. She's caught some bodies. Now, she was married for 18 years, which one would assume, if you're married for 18 years from the age of 21 to 39, okay, listen, that works to her advantage, right? So she didn't spend her 20s and 30s on the carousel, but as soon as she got those divorce papers, oh, trust and believe, she slipped, tripped, and fell on a few dicks before she found me. That doesn't make her a unicorn, but again, because she was married, I can assume reasonably that her body count is high, probably not exorbitant. But at the end of the day, I'll never know. I'll never know. So what we as men do, we must observe and we must pay attention. See, a woman can tell you she has a low body count or she's a virgin all she wants to. But if she has a tattoo or if she's friends with all these guys, you know she's probably full of shit.
Why? Because men have a stomach-turning
Can't handle it.
reaction to a woman giving their goods to another man.
There it is.
It's just the way the world works, guys.
It's
You don't
like-
like it?
It's not the way the world works. It's biology. That's it.
You don't
Yeah.
I
like her
agree.
post or
I
whatever?
agree. That's why I was trying to
It's-
wait a
but
couple
their
days
stomach-
at
their
least.
stomach-
I'm like, yo,
their
I don't want you
stomach
to think
turns.
that I'm just out here like that.
It's like
Let
in
me
high
finish.
school.
Hold on. No,
Wait a
I'm
minute.
finishing
Hold
this
on.
shit.
This is
Because
funny.
they really need...
She says that's why I wait a couple of days. Did she really say days?
You
It's
don't
like-
like it? You don't
yeah.
like
I
her
agree.
post or
I
whatever?
agree. That's why I was trying to
It's-
wait a
But
couple
their
days
stomach,
at
their
least.
stomach...
A couple dates at least. so there you have a woman on camera admitting, she is on camera admitting, this is why I wait a couple of dates. I'm a hoe, but I don't want you to think I am.
I'm like, yo,
Your
I don't want you
stomach
to
turns.
think that I'm just out here like that.
It's like
Let me
in high
finish.
school.
Hold on. No,
Access me
I'm
like that.
finishing
Hold
this
on.
shit.
Yeah.
Because they really need to understand this. Like, oh, RuPaul's this.
I absolutely love how resolute Myron is. That's one thing I really admire about him. He does not let it go. And he shouldn't. He should never ever let these poignant moments go. This is why he's good.
We got to get your feelings out of it. A man is designed, his stomach is going to turn when he sees a girl being a hoe. If a girl's getting a train ran on her, that guy might bang her, but he definitely ain't going to take her serious or commit.
Actually, him and his homeboys might bang her.
Because men understand their reputation matters. They don't want to get laughed at by everyone. And quite frankly, committing to a promiscuous girl.
Mr. E1976 says, we don't have to think, Toots. We know. Apollo says, I guarantee that every guy that has or will deal with Kim K is bothered by the Ray J sex tape. And he was her boyfriend at the time. A porn star or sex worker is 10 times worse. I'm trying to tell you.
It makes you look like a clown. It's bad for your rep. Men are hardwired to have their stomach turn at a girl that's a thought.
Yo, you know in school, right? When you were in school and there was the football team or a basketball team, and you heard the story about this girl got ran through by the whole team.
That's right.
You think a dude wants to wife her up? Hell no.
So can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Did that girl become a stripper or did she become a nurse?
What the fuck does that have to do with anything? And a stripper or a nurse, let's not pretend that nurses don't get down too. Matter of fact, nurses get down. Nurses probably get down a lot more than strippers. Yeah, real cute of you. Did that girl become a stripper or a nurse? What does that have to do with promiscuity? It does not matter. Women, dude, the vast majority of women in this country, in this part of the world, are hoes, and their occupation is of little to no consequence. Librarian, she's a hoe. Stripper, she's a slut, probably a prostitute. Barista, hoe. Crossing guard, banana gobbler. Air traffic controller, cucumber connoisseur. School teacher, eggplant enthusiast. It does, hairdresser, hoe. It does not matter. A woman's occupation does not dictate her sexual temperance. It doesn't. So there she goes with the deflection. Unbelievable. Street Fighter 88 with the $10 super chat says, continue to be a mentor and example for all men striving for excellence. Also, Walter Cam is genius. Appreciate that. Dr. Doug $2 says, showing TSR some love. Good to see you healthy, bro. Yes. Went to bowling league last night because I am now COVID free. Shot a 168, a 171, and a 200. So it looks like I'm back on the block. Josh Marengo, 1.79 euros says, paying my tuition sensei. Appreciate that. Zimzilla, 99, $20 super chat. I appreciate that again, Zimzilla. He said, insecurity implies the fears, irrational stories, and court cases show it to be real. Her trying to, quote, define terms, and the faster speaking is a classic gish. Oh, is a classic gish galloping to get F and F talking so she can find something to trap them on. Wow. Holy moly. I'll tell you what, man, there's no replacing Red Pill Mike, but that was very RPM-esque. Very, very well said, Zimzilla. Appreciate that. Let's continue.
Outlier?
It could be either or.
It's irrelevant.
Because it's not irrelevant, because the 9 times out of 10, and it's a common theme. We see it on Instagram. 9 times out of 10, a man will a female, these females who hold these professions that men idolize or whatever the case is, or that we idolize.
Oh yeah, we know nurses get down.
Nurses are the worst.
There it is.
We know that.
They're the worst.
We know women in these professions because they don't have the mental thing to say, okay, well, what if I lay down with this man? How is that benefiting me?
Dude, no woman. Okay, see again. If I lay down with this man, how is it benefiting me? Those are the musings of a working girl. Those are the musings of a working girl. Now, yes, all sex is transactional. All sex is transactional. Even if the woman actually likes having sex with her man, that sex is transactional. I give him the booty so he doesn't go get booty from somebody else. That is transactional. But for this woman to sit here and consciously in the front of her mind say, if I lay down with this man, how does that benefit me? Those are the musings of a working girl. A woman who works in the sex trade.
And that's why I sit here, I'm a dancer or whatever the case is, or
You can't make this stuff up, guys. Just like that. As soon as I said it, those are the musings of a working girl, 2 seconds later, I'm a dancer. No, sweetheart, you're a stripper. You're a stripper. Just call it what it is. Call it what it is.
I work in the nightlife industry. I probably have least bodies than everybody in this room.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Really, nigga?
Really? Let me just
And I say, okay, well, what if I lay down with this man? How is that benefiting me? And that's why I sit here. I'm a dancer or whatever the case is, or I work in the nightlife industry. I probably have least bodies than everybody in this room.
Oh my God.
For real? I probably have the least amount of bodies of anybody in this room. Are you serious with this? This woman is a stripper. She's a stripper. And this woman actually fixed her mouth to say, I probably have the least amount of bodies in this room. The over-under on the amount of bodies this chick has caught is 200. I'm taking the over. Any woman who comes right out and says, I probably have slept with the least amount of people in this room has absolutely slept with the most, as Street Fighter 88 so eloquently put.
But you won't see that from me because of how I look or whatever assumptions that you make about me.
Well, sweetheart, if you're a stripper, there is a reasonable assumption that you're taking dick on the side for money. If you're taking your clothes off for men for money, then it's not a stretch to assume that you're back there in the champagne room getting pounded out for an extra $300, $400, $500. That's how this works.
But it's like, no, I value myself, and so I hold myself to a certain standard. So if you're saying it's because I dance, that becomes repulsive. Well, a man was attracted to me in the first place, so you weren't repulsed in the first place.
Yeah, you see, sexual attraction is a lot different from relationship attraction. You see, her Johns would never ever take her seriously for a long-term relationship. And the ones that do are not the men they want. Listen, man, there are a lot of beta males with money to throw around. And guys, listen, I've dated a half a dozen strippers. They tell me all the time, oh, I get proposals from this guy, from that guy. Why don't you have a ring? Ew. I don't want to be married to him. He's a trick. Fuck that. It's gross. Like he had to pay me to get me to show my cooch. I don't want to be married to that guy, nor should they be. But any man who's worth it, any man who's worth a damn, who has a modicum of high value, yeah, they'll bang strippers, they'll pound them out. They're not putting a ring on your finger, boo. Not a chance. Not a chance. And she looks a little, honestly, she looks a little overweight to be a stripper. She really does. Strippers are supposed to have really nice bodies. That does not look like a stripper's body.
Okay.
So it turns into
I see where this is coming from now. Okay.
Uh-oh. Get her.
You got to understand that a man committing to you versus a man wanting to have sex with you are two different things.
There it is. There it is.
Guarantee
So-
you right now, any man that approaches me, it does the conversation. So the conversation does come up. I want you to stop dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My question goes, well, can you actually afford to take care of me in the sense that I would have to stop dancing?
And that's fine. But what I'm here, you know what? I love that we're having this conversation. Let's get into this.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
You took offense to me saying it's repulsive
I
for
didn't
men.
take
I didn't take offense to it.
So you need that's what I'm asking.
You
I'm
asked me to change
Dude, she says, I didn't take offense, but now she's more animated. She's all over the place.
begging you
verbiage.
to,
You were
to just
change-
check the verbiage because I didn't take it
I'm not
offensive.
checking
I just
anything.
want
I'm
to
going
make
to
sure
tell
you
the
have a
truth.
platform.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
I can let you finish, but I just need you to speak in a real.
I can let you finish, but I'm going to keep talking.
I'm not
Right.
changing my verbiage because that is fact. Men are repulsed by women that do OnlyFans porn.
Oh, no. Black Lemur 2009 says she's not overweight for Atlanta. I hope not, Black Lemur. Oh, my God.
Or any type of work that is considered sex work. And I'm here to tell you, you don't like hearing it, but the reason why is because it's a safeguard from getting cuckolded.
That's right.
I get where you're coming from.
Look at the confusion on her face. And it's funny, the two girls on the right seem to understand what's going on. The girl on the left is like, wait, what? She has no idea.
I'm in this industry. I'm not necessarily promiscuous. I understand. Cool. You may not be promiscuous.
But-
here's the thing: you gotta understand. Just like you get fast money, there's consequences to that.
There it
the
is.
consequence to that is most men aren't going to take you serious.
There
at face
it
value.
is. There is a cost for everything. There's a cost for everything. You cannot have it both ways, ladies. You can't have it both ways. The creator, whoever he, she, or it is, gives women their lottery winnings at 18 years old. At 18 years old, a woman, the world is a woman's oyster. All she has to do is not get fat, not get any tattoos, don't be a hoe, maybe learn. Dude, bitches don't even really have to learn to cook and clean. And be feminine. You don't even have to be a dime piece. Just don't get fat and don't be a hoe. And you can have any man you want. Guys, we don't have it that way. We don't get our lottery winnings. We got to work for ours. Girls, again, men, we have to build value. Women simply have to preserve it. But what women like this woman wants to do, she wants to be able to cash in early. She wants to take advantage of her fertile years and get all of that fast money all up front rather than making a long-term investment strategy and getting married young and having a life befitting of a pretty young married woman and starting a family. No, she wants to be able to strip and OnlyFans and do sex work, but still be able to have the white picket fence with the high-value guy in the family. It doesn't work that way. It never works that way. And listen, I'm not going to sit here and judge women for doing sex work. There are some women out here who just are not wifely people. Just not, listen, some women are true exhibitionists. Some women absolutely, and Tara Patrick. Dude, she was in the prawn industry forever. I think Devin and I watched it was a 3-part documentary, After Porn Ends. And I think it was either part 2 or 3. Tara Patrick, I don't know. She said, I've been retired for 10 years and people still know who I am. She said, I do not regret anything. I live a happy life. I am truly happy. Hey, Tara Patrick happens to be one of those outliers. She was born to be an exhibitionist. And she was an exhibitionist. And she is happy. She's still in the industry to some degree. Most women are not designed that way. Most women derive happiness through starting a family, getting married, having kids, etc., etc. That's how this works. But you can't be a stripper for 5 or 6 years and then expect to still have the same money in your portfolio. No, your portfolio has $1 million in it. Every time you sleep with a man, every time you take off your clothes, yeah, you're getting that fast money, but that money is coming out of that portfolio. You keep taking money from that portfolio. Okay, you've made all of this money, but why do I not have any money in the portfolio? Well, you cashed out early, sweetheart. You cashed in early. You cashed in early. You started taking money out of your portfolio. You didn't let it appreciate. But the 18, the 19-year-old who got married young and forwent all of the, hedonistic pleasures of today's world, she cashed out early. She said, all right, okay, Okay. No, I'm not going to have, no, I'm not going to be able to experience the exciting nightlife and sleeping with different guys, but here I am now at 34 years old. I have 4 wonderful kids. My husband absolutely adores me, and I don't regret anything. That's just all, that's how it is, guys. Ladies, you cannot have it both ways. If you want to be a sex worker and be a hoe. But you can't be a hoe and then expect for a man to want to make you a housewife. That's just not how it works.
Keyword at face value.
Right, at face value.
They're gonna
100%.
so when, because like I said, most women that are in the industry that you're in, that are dancing on men, making that quick money, do other things to get that kind of
Absolutely.
money.
Yeah.
I understand
Okay?
that.
So
Perception.
you like the fast money, but you don't like that men don't respect you when they deal with you.
She wants the benefit without the cost. Let me say that again. She wants the benefit without the cost. She likes the fast money, but she doesn't like the dip in relationship market value that comes with it. Right? Girls want to be thin, they want to be in great shape, but they don't want to pay the price. They don't want to hit the gym. They don't want to watch their diet. And this is the way all women are. And can we blame them? Can we blame women who are given everything they will ever need at birth? At 18 years old, the world is their oyster. Why should they ever think that they should have to work for anything when they've been given everything since birth? Well, this is where strong mothers and fathers have to guide these women and say, hey, look, life is great now, but be rest assured. Be rest assured, the older you get, the harder you're going to have to compete. You have the advantage now, but it's not going to be like this forever. You have a choice to make.
Men respect me because I only deal with men who understand. Because
Can you let me finish?
Yeah, sorry.
So
men respect me.
Stop the cap.
Just because men are paying you does not mean they respect you, doll.
like they might respect you, but on a balance of probabilities, most men don't respect dancers from a commitment standpoint.
That's right.
They'll tell them the sweet nothings, they'll try to get laid, whatever it is.
Yep.
And that sucks for you because you might have a lower body count than a nurse that has or someone that has a more prestigious job.
Okay, Myron, stop it. I understand why Myron's doing what he's doing because he wants to give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm not.
Stop the cap.
This bitch's body count is over 200.
But because of your profession, people judge you and assume you're promiscuous. But here's the thing. Whether you're overtly promiscuous or you're not, right? And you working in an industry that assumes that you could be promiscuous is almost as bad because perception
It kills it.
is reality. And here's the thing.
There it is.
He ain't going to have a month or two to take you out on dates and figure out that you're not that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Dre Raven on the Sharp Stream side says the one in blue, I would guess, but that could simply be because she hasn't said much to disqualify herself as of yet. Okay, makes sense. Dre Raven also says, call me crazy, but I would be more inclined to overlook a certain amount of past promiscuity than I would to overlook a woman being this argumentative. She is giving me a headache just listening to her. You know what's interesting, man? It's interesting. It's I don't want to get too far into it because I don't want to diverge from the video, but I got to tell you, man, this is not to say that body count doesn't matter because it absolutely does, but the more argumentative a woman is, the less feminine she is, the less the body count really seems to matter. I'll just leave it at that.
Kind of girl. He's going to take you at face value. She's here dancing on this dude, shaking her ass, whatever. Oh, she's probably a hoe. And that's how we work in the world. If you see some weirdo coming up to you, and you're like, what the fuck? This nigga crazy? You ain't going to give him a chance. Because humans are designed to make assumptions immediately. It's a safety precaution. Men operate the same way. Men understand that there's serious consequences to impregnating the wrong woman.
Absolutely.
So they have to take a safe bet and go for the girl. Unfortunately so, that might seem pure even though she's not.
Right.
Okay? You have the negative connotation of being a hoe even though you might not be one based on the industry that you're in.
There it is.
So, going back to what I'm saying, men are designed to be repulsed by women like you because they don't want to be cuckolded. You don't like the word, but it's the reality. You might not be promiscuous, but you work a job that assumes that you're promiscuous.
Field,
Therefore,
right.
a lot of guys are going to try to change you.
Just like I said, it is a better than average assumption that working in the sex trade, you are probably a hoe. Mr. Shane Vicious, $2, says by bodies, I think she means Red Rumsey, all right. Beastly Nerd, $10, says the reality is because of contraceptives and modern medicine, these women today wouldn't even consider sleeping around. Condoms, pills, etc. made it possible for women to think like this, right?
They deal with you or not date you altogether
Right.
or not respect you.
So let's circle back to when you guys said how you
Sure.
would become, if you guys turned into women again, if you guys were switching to women, how would
Yeah.
you become a millionaire? Because then as a woman, put yourself back in a woman's shoes, how do you
Sure.
balance that? If our only way is to be like you, if you were to turn me to tomorrow, because that's what you all were saying, that you would 100% take
Yeah.
my route
Yep.
tomorrow if you
Yep.
had to.
Yep.
What the fuck
I
would
would
you
do
do with
Remember-
that information?
Remember, we said in a year.
Yeah.
And we're done. So, but
hold on, our first conversation that I said, because we had this conversation, I don't know if you remember.
Yeah.
What was my time frame when I said, because I haven't been dancing for a long time. What was my time frame?
a very short period of time.
What was the time? What if you don't remember specifically? I said a year. I
year.
said
Yo, let me put you guys up. Let me put you guys up on game. As someone who has been around more strippers than I care to admit, every stripper, and I mean, dude, there are a few universal truths about strippers. There are a few universal truths about strippers. Number one, they all have considered nursing school at some point in time. That's just for whatever reason, every stripper thinks she wants to be a nurse. Probably because as a nurse, you're set for life, they make great money, etc., etc. The second thing, strippers are notoriously bad with money. They suck with money because they get it so fast. Number three, strippers always say, I'm going to do it for 6 months and then I'm out. Or I'm going to do it for 1 more year and then I'm out. And they never, ever leave the business. Ever. They never leave the business, guys. They never leave the business. You want to know why? Because they have unhealthy proclivities. They're making more money than they've ever seen in their lives. They think they're going to be young and hot forever. So they go out and they buy clothes, designer shoes, they buy cars. Dude, they're doing blow. They're spending $800-900 a week on blow. You got a nickel a day Coke habit out there with McDonald's straws. Oh yeah, it's all good. And at some point, it gets to a point to where they can't leave. They're trapped by the business. Their lifestyle will not allow them to walk away from the business. So here we have yet another woman who says, oh, well, I'm different because I'm going to be out in a year. No fucking way. I have never, ever met a stripper who said, I'm going to be in for a certain for a certain amount of time, and then I'm out of here. No, they never, ever leave the business. And bitches like this, there is no way she's leaving the business. The business will have to be done with her.
I've been doing it for 4 months. I said 1 year.
Yeah.
Now, you guys are going to, if we fast forward 9 months from now, in 1 year, you're still going to have those same perceptions about a girl. And I think one of us brought that up earlier. It's like your reputation will precede you now.
Yeah.
That's right. So how do you balance that? How about this? How about not being a stripper? Huh? Well, how do we balance that out? I have an idea. Don't take your clothes off for strangers for money. Don't get fucked on camera for money. The best route for women to go, if you're going to do OnlyFans, wear a mask. Wear a mask or something. Wear a wig. Wear a mask and a wig and just show your body. Dudes aren't looking at your face any goddamn way. Girls are so stupid. Like, don't show your face, you idiot.
It's gonna fall.
So
So
now-
just
well-
like you said, like the girl who got the
All right.
tan rain on her in high school.
Here's the problem though, right? We're talking about 1 year and you're in the same city. What if you leave that state?
That's what I was
Now
gonna
you're a whole
say.
different person.
Social media takes away that.
Not
Social
really.
media
doesn't.
definitely does. Because
Because
if you're
you
a stripper
could-
in Miami, you're a stripper anywhere.
That's not true. Because if you
The fuck? So now this bitch thinks that she's like Mr. Worldwide? Get out of here.
didn't tell me you're a stripper, I would never. I would,
Damian Hanna says, how come the bigger the chick, the more argumentative? You would think big chicks would need the point of being nice to counteract the weight. You got me, man.
I would never know. See, you're new here. I don't know who you are. You had to tell me you're a stripper. Get this, right? If I get the bag and I got my investments and I
Facts.
move somewhere else, you don't know who I am.
You want to hear the uncomfortable reality why
Yeah.
girls can't get out the life? They
Uh-oh.
like the fast
and they
money.
stay. And they stay.
Money's
Me
cool,
and
but-
Fred have
Bingo.
dated
Yeah.
a bunch of strippers and OnlyFans girls.
Yeah.
it's not that they don't make enough money to get out. It's that they love how fast the money
Or
comes,
they
and
don't
they
know.
can't go
Question.
back. Let me finish.
And they go burn the money.
And they burn the money, and then they're like, well, you know what? I can make this in a day.
Guys, this is all universal. This is in Miami. I dated strippers in Vegas. Dude, it doesn't matter whether you're in Las Vegas, Nevada, or Las Vegas, New Mexico. And yes, there is a Las Vegas, New Mexico. All strippers think like this. It doesn't matter if you're a stripper in Miami, Florida, or Miami, Ohio. All strippers think like this. It doesn't matter if you're a stripper in Portland, Oregon, or Portland, Maine, Paris, France, or Paris, Texas. It does not matter. It does not matter. Somebody said on the Sharp Stream side, this is why pimps exist. Right. Women can never be left to their own devices, especially when they're entrepreneurs and selling their bodies for money.
Dancing. They go back to dancing. And the thing is that they can't go back to a real job.
Uh-oh.
If we're going to finish the strategy that I developed earlier, a year in, after I make my money, I'll take that money,
This
put
is
it
game.
into investments, and I'd go across the country, change my name, delete all my social media, and I'd be a new person. And no one would know where my wealth came from.
That's an extra life. Did you guys hear that?
Facts.
I wouldn't have this negative reputation on
Facts.
me, and I'd be good. The thing is that a lot of women that dance, because we know this, because they tell it all the time, I'm going to be in this for 6 months, I'm being in it for a year, I'm being in it for 2 years.
And then for
Blah, blah, blah.
5 years,
The money's too
6
fast,
years.
man. You make $10,000. You make $1,000 a
night.
day, $10K a week.
Shit.
You can't go back to working a regular job.
Real talk. Honestly, you've got these men idolizing you because of the way you look, all of this attention, all this money, the parties, the drugs, the Lamborghinis, the high rollers, the NBA players, the NFL, the ballers. You mean to tell me that you're going to be able to wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning to go work in an office job, to work in an office as a secretary from 9 to 5? Not a fucking chance. Bitches are not made that way.
After that, so
can't.
the same industry, right, that they hate, that they want to leave and they want to get out and be a regular
It traps
girl,
them.
It traps them.
There
because
you go.
the fast money is addictive, just like
There
drug
it
dealers,
is.
just like anybody else that gets fast money.
Yeah.
The negative is fast money comes with slow fucking problems, guys.
Oh! Wow! Wow! Let's listen to that again.
Be a regular
It traps
girl,
them.
It traps them because the fast money is addictive, just like drug dealers, just like anybody else that does.
Drug dealers. Drug dealers. Dev and I watched what was it? Oh my God. It was another Cocaine Cowboys. It was like Cocaine Cowboy or The Cocaine Cowboys. It was about Sal Mosquito. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Hang on a second. Just give me 2 seconds, guys, because this was a really good documentary. Boy, Sal. Yes, Sal Magluta and Willie. Yeah, there it is. Yes, Sal Magluta and Willie Falcone. Sal Magluta and Willie Falcone. They were the Cocaine Cowboys. These guys were high school dropouts and became drug lords. These men were making millions of dollars a week. Millions a week. Why wouldn't you just say, hey, look, I'm going to make $50 million and just walk away? They never walk away. They get addicted. And this is not just women, this is men too. When the money is fast and the money is, well, not really easy, but when the money is fast and high risk, it's addictive, guys. It is very, very addictive. This is why drug dealers never stop unless they are stopped. They're either going to end up 6 feet under or in a 6x9 upstate. It's the same thing. They get addicted to the fast money. So instead of retiring to, some offshore island where you can live out your days with, whatever 20-something bombshell, lay out on the beach and, drink the drinks with the umbrellas in them and live out your days like that. No, they are addicted to that fast life.
Gets fast money.
Yeah.
Awesome documentary. Willie Falcone and Sal Magluta. Very, very good.
Yeah.
The negative is fast money comes with slow fucking problems.
Woo!
And the thing is that you got to be able to deal with the consequences that come with fast money. So I know this as a guy. Again, I'm assuming I'm in your body with my logical mind. I know after a year I got to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
So I get out, I put that money into investments. I'm able to live on, $5,000 a year. If I make $1 million, I know I could probably put that into investments and get myself a return of
real
3
estate,
to 5 grand
crypto,
a year.
all that stuff.
Live in a low income state.
There it is.
And then bam, I'm out
done.
the game.
No, and listen,
That's how I would do it.
only a year because I already understand that. I don't want to, listen, I'm not, I guess.
You have strong viewpoints. It's
She doesn't understand, guys.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. This is good. It's good radio.
No, because what you guys are saying is that, okay, a woman now if you choose the profession that you all said would make her, if that's how you're going to become a millionaire, now you have to uproot your whole entire life. And I don't agree with the notion that, okay, if you move to another country, all of a sudden you're going to be, move to another city.
So she says you have to uproot your entire life. Well, baby girl, it depends on how important it is to you. Right? If it's not worth it to uproot her entire life and go through all the rigmarole of changing her identity, then either don't strip, number one, either don't strip or don't get married. But you cannot have it both ways. You cannot be a stripper. You cannot be a sex worker and expect to have the white picket fence. It does not work that way.
State, you're going to be all of a sudden a whole nother person. That's false. You guys can push that narrative. It's false. If I
Push
move
that
to LA,
narrative.
guarantee you I'm going to be known, because the world is very small. The industry is very small.
Even
If she moves to LA, she's going to be known? Who the fuck? I don't even know who the fuck this bitch is. This bitch is acting like she's like a top line A-list celebrity porn star. Bitch, don't nobody know who you are. Honestly, she's like, she looks like Khloe Kardashian before she got thin. And that's an insult to Khloe. Like, come on. Does she really think that she's that well known? Get out of here.
The world is very small. So if I move to LA, 9 times out of 10, and maybe it's not going to be the first, so I might have to hurry up and get the guy real quick and have him marry me. He's going to fall in love with me. Eventually, he will find out I was a dancer in the past.
Nadia, I'll be honest. Nadia, you want to hear uncomfortable truth? You're not that fucking important. Nobody cares about you if you move.
Oh, shit. Myron tells these bitches to their face, you're not that fucking important. Nope. Hell no. Don't nobody in LA know who the fuck you are, boo. Like, who the fuck does she think she is? Get out of here.
Move across the country, change your name, whatever. Nobody's gonna find out. Like, a lot of women tend to think like the world revolves around them. No, like,
I don't think the world revolves around me. I'm saying that the world has become such a smaller place. I'm saying social media.
The world is small, but it ain't that goddamn small. Like, don't nobody know who you are?
That's why I say you delete your social media and you change your name.
There's so many guys that don't have social media.
Fact.
Yo, you know how many of our people here don't have Instagram?
Many guys.
They would not even know who you are.
There it is.
Like, you're thinking that everyone knows.
I guess so.
knows
No,
you.
I'm not thinking that, but I'm just saying it's a possibility that it will follow you, and you have to realize that possibility. I think that
it's a possibility, but it's not a probability. Is it possible that somebody might recognize you in LA? Sure. Probably not.
you guys, the theme of this whole thing is that you kind of denounce everything that people say and you think what you say is facts. No, I think you guys need to have an open and listening ear and say, well, you could be right about that, but this is how I feel. You guys,
sweetheart, but you're wrong, and it's not how we feel. There is no feelings with this. This is all based on fact. This is based on fact. Promiscuous women don't get wifed up by high-value guys, and that's all there is to it. Just because you're telling them that, well, this is your opinion. No, this is not an opinion. This is biology, baby.
I've not once agreed with anything anybody has said.
Because what you've been saying is incorrect. Like if
no, that's not open. So you see, that's not open dialogue. No, what she wants him to do is to agree with her. She doesn't want a discussion. She just wants him to agree with her. No, he's not going to do that.
Incorrect for me to assume that if I move across the state, there is a possibility. I'm not saying it's going to happen. It's a possibility that somebody's going to recognize me. You said, "Oh, that's true."
It's a non-negligible small percentage. If you change your name,
there it is.
If you moved across the country, change your name, move to another city,
so
left this lifestyle.
It's so shameful to be in sex work that you have to completely change your life, change your social circle, no longer be in the same type of.
They never said that, but I'm saying that. And it's not, and the thing is this. What now? See, here she goes. Here's Miss Redhead. So it's so shameful that you got to change your social circle. Sweetheart, you ain't got to do anything. You ain't got to do none of that. But if you want to get wifed up, that's what's necessary, sweetheart. Once again, Miss Red, she wants all the benefits of stripping and making all that fast money without having to do what's necessary to erase her past. She wants the men that she dates to be okay with her taking her clothes off for money or getting fucked on camera for money. They might say that they respect you to fuck you, but they're not going to commit to you, baby. Doesn't work that way.
If you want to
Clubs
keep your
and places
anonymity, and if you want to
Okay.
keep your purity, that's what you can
Okay.
do as
Number
an
one,
option.
number one, I'm giving
Yeah.
you facts. I'm telling you that if you're involved in sex work, your propensity to be able to lock down a high value guy of some kind of real consequence in a relationship is going to diminish significantly. That's what I'm saying. Men are repulsed by women that are in sex work
But you
and or overtly
also
promiscuous.
are a high value man who just said he's dated multiple OnlyFans strippers.
Wait. So she just said, well, you know, you said you're a high value man who dated multiple strippers, OnlyFans girls. Yes, I've dated multiple strippers as well, but ain't nobody committing to these hoes. Is there a ring on Myron's finger? Did he put a ring on any of these bitches' fingers? Like, get out of here with that. Michael Simmons, $5, says, if I was a woman and only cared about money, sure, I'd strip. If I wanted to get married as a woman, I would never do sex work. Right. Like, again, women think they can do sex work and still have the happy ending. I mean, they can have the happy ending, just not the ones they're thinking about. Zimzilla, 99, with the $20 super chat, says, if she didn't fear social backlash, then she'd accept her lot. Instinctually, she understands this won't last, thus the attitude. Wow. The what the fuck would you do line implies she thinks this was her only way, which wasn't true. Wow. Very well said. God damn, Zimzilla's dropping knowledge. Imtwan2, $5, says, with all that damn word salad and disagreeable nature, she would be disqualified before I even get her to her, quote, private dancer occupation. Yeah, exactly. Jesus Christ. RIP RP Mike, $5, says, my best man, former stripper? Okay, former stripper, 5 kids, 5 different fathers. She still goes to the strip club and says she's gonna lose weight and go back to it. 35 years old. See? You see that, man? You can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. Real quick announcement, guys. Very, very quick announcement. My latest ebook. My latest ebook is going to drop in 2 days. That is Friday. 14 questions she'll ask on the first date and how to correctly respond. If you want to get your name, select your spot. Or if you want to lock down your spot, it's absolutely free. No cost to you. Absolutely, absolutely free. Drops in 2 days. 14 questions she'll ask on the first date and how to correctly respond. Go to donovansharp.com/newsletter to lock down your spot. Okay, let's continue. There we go.
Man, but okay.
You don't consider yourself that?
Yeah, you know, I don't want to be cocky, but I have dated multiple women that work in that industry,
I
and
feel like you have the right to answer yes or no to these questions.
Yeah, are you a
We've
high
answered
value
these
man?
questions. Are you a high value man?
That'd be very cocky. Anyway,
Are you a high value
So your
man or
answer would
not?
be
Yes or
yes.
no?
listen,
You know,
ladies.
our
Do
second
you meet
president-
the criteria of a high value man as per that Samuel's
You
man
guys can
on
assume.
YouTube?
You guys can assume.
See, here's the thing. Now what they're trying to do is they're trying to change the conversation. What they're trying to do is they're trying to get Myron to call himself a high-value man. Myron is not answering the question. Would you like to know why? Because Myron understands that he doesn't get to label himself a high-value man. The sexual marketplace does. Myron Gaines can say, well, I'm a high-value man, and these 3 bitches would just sit there and be like, well, no, you're not. Nya, 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 nya. This is why he's not answering the question. I've never called myself an alpha male. I don't know. Maybe I've called myself a high-value guy. Maybe I said I've had some value. But when it comes down to it, a man can't label himself an alpha male. You can't label yourself a high-value man. Well, how do you know you're a high-value man? Well, the same way women know they're hot is by the quality of attention they get from quality men. Girls say all the time, "Oh, I'm a 10." Bitch, you're 250 pounds. You're not a 10. See, so people can say whatever they want. It's the market that dictates who and what you are. So what they're trying to do, they're trying to get Myron to say, I'm a high-value man, just so that they can tell him, no, you're not, and subsequently disqualify him from making comments about what high-value men want. That's it. Are you a high-value man? Are you a high-value man? I mean, it's not for him to say. It's not for him to say. It's not for him to decide.
What you like. The point I'm
Why
trying to
can't
make
you
is
answer it?
I think
Because he knows what you're trying to do, bitch.
deflection is very
Yeah.
telling.
okay. Well, you guys can assume.
So
what you
he's a
want.
wannabe high value man?
There it is. You see how she just gave it away? See how she just gave it away? So he's a wannabe high value man. See, that's what she was going. That's what she was getting at in the first place. Are you a high value man? Are you a high value man? Myron did not give her what she wanted. Right. So she said, all right, fuck it. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there. Right. See, if Myron says, okay, well, I'm a high value man. Well, no, you're a wannabe high value man. Dude lives on the top, one of the top floors of the Panorama Tower. Dude's got 6 properties. He's under contract for 3 more. Used to be a federal agent. You do the math, slut. A wannabe high value man, bitch, you wish. You wish. This is, see, when women shit test guys like Myron, it shows that they're turned on by him. They don't like it, right? But they're turned on by this. You can look at the girl on the right. She looks like she wants to suck Myron's dick right there and right now. But all these 2 bitches on the left are trying to do, they're just trying to fight with him. They know that he is kicking their ass up and down this quote-unquote discussion. So now they're going to say, okay, well, are you a high-value man? And when and if Myron says yes, oh, no, you're a wannabe high-value man. Myron didn't give them what they wanted, so she decided to put it out there.
I think I wannabe. So
I don't know. I'm just asking. What about you? Are you a high-value man? Do you
now she's going to Fresh. Now watch how Fresh responds. This is great.
Over $100K a year?
I'm a broke boy. I work at Chick-fil-A.
That was your past life when you were married, and
do you see that? Oh, I thought that was your past life when you were married. Do you see how she tried to bring up his past? See how she tried to bring up his past? Are you a high value man? So Fresh goes with the agree and amplify. Nah, I'm a broke boy. I work at Chick-fil-A. So she said, oh, well, I'll just bring up your past. Bitch, this nigga drives a fucking McLaren. Stand the fuck down. The nerves, dude, the nerve that these sluts show when they think that they're being all cheeky and shit, that's not attractive, sweetheart. You can tell this redheaded chick, and you want to know something? This redheaded chick has talked about being on yachts. You want to know who this redheaded chick is? Yeah, that's right. She fucks niggas, y'all. That's why she's there in the first goddamn place. So you're a wannabe high value man? Oh, didn't you just used to be married? Bitch, show some fucking respect. Dude, I cannot stand bitches like this. And it's so funny because Myron and Fresh are not buying into their frame at all. So watch how Fresh responds.
We still do. It's Miami. Everybody here counts. Yeah. So anyway,
see? Fucking stonewalled her, dumbass. Watch.
I think deflection is very telling.
I think the reflection is very telling of what? The reflection is very telling of what? That he's not a high value man?
Okay, well, you guys can assume.
So he's a wannabe high value man?
See? There it is.
I wannabe. So
I don't know.
Did you see? So you're a wannabe high value man? She wanted to say, no, I'm not. He said, listen, if that's what you want to do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. Then she, okay, it didn't work on Myron. Now she's going to go to Fresh. And Fresh just fucking handled her ass.
I'm just asking, what about you? Are you a high value man? Do you make over $100K a year?
I'm a broke boy. I work at Chick-fil-A.
That was your past life when you were married, and
oh yeah. So she tried to bring up that was your past life. Hey, fuck you. That's not my. He was like, all right, I'm a broke boy.
We still do. It's Miami. Everybody here counts. Yeah. So anyway,
and guess what she had after that? Motherfucking crickets. Motherfucking crickets. The bitch didn't have shit to say. Gentlemen, this is how you deflect shaming tactics. Fresh handled that perfectly. She said, are you a high value man? I'm a broke boy. I work at Chick-fil-A. He's Mr. fucking Chick-fil-A. Dude drives a fucking McLaren.
Going back to so what was your original question again? It was why what was it again? Say it again because I want to make sure I answer it correctly.
Well, I was asking, basically like you were saying that you're repulsed by these women.
I'm not. I'm telling you men are.
Okay, men in general, but then men still date these women.
Date, keyword. They don't commit to. Yeah. A woman doesn't win the game until she's able to get a ring.
Bingo.
But then I guess we'd pose a question, is a woman ever really committed to, based off the theme of our conversation of today?
Should a woman...
What the fuck does that mean?
Commit to a man fully before she gets the ring, or she should keep her options open until she...
Oh, that's a very good question. Should a woman fully commit to a man until she gets the ring?
Yep.
And you want to know why? Red? You want to know why? Because there are a lot more of you than there are of Myrons. There are a lot more of you than there are of Donovans. That's why. You can keep your options open all you want to. But the longer you wait, the more those options are going to dwindle. That's it. So what she's trying to do is she's trying to put female value on par with male value. Should I keep my options open, bitch? No. You got to prove yourself to me. I'm the prize. I'm the commodity. The law of supply and demand favors men like myself. This is the world womanists created. This is why there aren't very many high value men relative to the number of men. Because they've legislated high value behavior and masculinity out of men. So now we got hoes like these running around talking shit about dudes who drive McLarens and dudes who have multiple fucking properties, right? Dudes making, do you make $100,000 a year? My nigga said, I'm a broke boy. I work at Chick-fil-A. There are more of you than there are of us. So it's on you to prove yourself to me. What's that you say? I'm not worth it? Cool. Go along your merry way, check back in with me in 5 years, and let me know how that's working out for you.
She gets the ring because obviously the man is out here doing what the heck he wants. So what's the point? Like for me, say I'm dating you, like hypothetically,
yeah,
right?
Sure.
And you are a high value man for real,
sure.
Not just.
She knows that he's high value. That's why she's talking like this now.
Capping in Miami or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
What is the motivation for me to commit 100% to you before I know that you have committed to me?
Oh, there are no guarantees, baby girl. Oh, no. What's the motivation? The motivation is not ending up alone. The motivation is you not getting passed around from boat to boat, from yacht to yacht. Her own words. Yeah, I've been on boat parties. I've been on yacht parties. I've partied with ballers. Which means she's a what class?
That's the key. That's the key. Where is this? Like this area seems so gray and like
you don't know. And here's the thing: when you're dealing with guys of this caliber, again, ladies.
Like you're saying, like I should be doing all these things, help you with your business.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, cook you dinner, make you feel great, suck your dick, da da da. And then, but you haven't given me that type of security or promise. You're not necessarily in the first few months or even first 6 months paying all my bills.
That's the risk you have when you deal with men of that caliber.
There you go. And the reason that's the risk is because men of that caliber have options other than you. Why do men of that caliber have options other than you? Because there are more of you than there are of me. That's why. That's why. This is a simple economic principle. Supply and demand. The less available something is, the more value it becomes. High value men are rare. That's why they're high value. Instagram bitches are a dime a fucking dozen. That's why we don't love or need these hoes. Zimzilla99, $20. Again, appreciate that. Says, what is it with red-haired chicks and straw man arguments? I respect Melon Window, pardon me, saying nothing. The body language implies she's receptive. Red was waiting for this. Meyer needs to simply present his gains and nothing more. Dude, Zimzilla's on fire today, man. Just some old guy, $5, says that should be a PSA for many delusional women. Quote, you do not determine your sexual market value. The market does. That's exactly right.
Yep.
Chris Johnson says, for what? Prove to me that you are a worthy expenditure. Bingo. And so she would come back, well, why should I have to prove to you that I am a worthy expenditure? Because there are hundreds of women who would love to be in your shoes right now. So either shit or get off the pot because I got shit to do.
That's the inherent risk that comes with it.
The same hoe go get a bum-ass baby daddy, she took that risk. Same thing with a high-value guy. You're taking that risk. But only thing...
you need to be...
The stripper got quiet, didn't she?
So confident in your abilities to retain him that you're like, I'm gonna get this. It doesn't matter. You have to rise
Yeah, Damian Hamna said Red touched her hair too. Yeah, Red definitely wants to get with Myron. I think all three of them do.
above the other women in his team. That's
and,
what it comes down to.
And here's one thing I noticed too. You're trying to defend this high value man. Like, oh, should I stay with him? What's going on? You can walk away. Like,
Oops.
there's no one
Uh-oh.
to stay away. Yeah, but the whole time I'm listening to you, and you're like, well, what if I do this to him? No, you can walk away. Like, there's
Yeah, you ain't got to stay, baby girl. But you want to know why they do? Do you want to know why they do? Do you want to know why they're so hot and bothered by this? It's because deep down, they know that bitches like them are a dime a dozen and the men they want are not. That's why the attitude. All they're trying to do, see, all this is, and bless their little hearts, right? All they're trying to do is make sure they can sleep at night. And I get it. I understand. You're just trying to make sure you sleep at night. Dude, I get it. No woman wants to wrap her mind around the fact that she's probably going to have to buy a dog and die alone, right?
oh my god.
They don't ever want to really have to admit that to themselves, but you can only put it off for so long.
There's no one stopping you from walking away.
Of course not.
Exactly. And most women don't. They try to fix a man, and that's where they run into problems.
There you
That's
go.
facts. That's facts.
And
There you go.
they fight for, these guys that treat them like shit. And then it's like all of a sudden they meet a guy. Oh, he's all right. And they fuck the guy who you're trying to fight for.
See?
So,
There you
Okay,
go.
this is
no, well, hold on. But to say the thing with the, because you're saying like, oh, well, you're trying to say like it can't happen. Okay, I get what you're saying. If I move across the state, they might still know who I am. Well, let's keep it a stack though. If you change your name legally, if you actually took the precautions that we're telling you,
Yes.
how to not be.
This is free game. This is free game. Like, Myron has given them the cheat code. He's given them the cheat code. Hey, change your name, move cross country, move to another country. It's like you have a whole new lease on life.
Identified again. You moved across the country, change your name, deleted yourself off every social media. You really think people are gonna recognize you and remember you?
Let's be real. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, come
like that is
on, that's
literally
very-
like ridiculous.
it's a lot.
You know what
It's
else
a
is
lot to do.
ridiculous? Hold on.
Who?
Hold on.
Legally
Yeah.
change your name.
Do you hear this? That's ridiculous. I shouldn't have to go to all that trouble just to be able to secure a high value guy. Well, that's you wanting to have it both ways. That's what it comes down to. Because high value guys are not wifing up hoes. They might have you in a rotation. They might use you as the side bitch. That's not commitment. That's not the goddamn ring.
Hold
But
on.
not only that, let me finish.
Go ahead.
Because I don't know, like when you completely change your life, that have a new name,
That's
new
like witness
people,
protection.
You're building your life.
That's the point. It's not witness protection. It's past protection. It's so funny. They're literally these women are laughing at the very notion that changing their name is something extreme, showing once again they want all the benefits without the cost. Well, I shouldn't have to. Hey, life ain't fair. But if you want a guy to take you seriously, you need to cover up your slutty tracks.
On lies.
Okay,
Not only
cool.
you're lying to your friends, your new friends, whatever spouses you have in the future, it's all based on lies.
Yep.
So that's
that
a
doesn't
horrible way
feel
to start a
good.
new
Okay,
life.
so you know what? I'm glad you.
Wait a minute. So, do you want a relationship based on lies, or do you want to be alone? So you'd rather be alone or dating bum dudes than have a relationship based on lies. Right? Oh, I don't want a relationship based on lies, yet every guy they've ever committed to. How many guys have you slept with? 5. Or they'll tell a guy, oh, I haven't slept with that many guys. So all of a sudden, you're opposed to having a relationship based on lies when you actually have to do something of consequence to actually change your life, when every relationship you are in is based on lies. Are you telling every guy you date that you have fucked 78 guys? Nope. Didn't think so. That's a relationship based on lies. Do you see how they pick and choose? Do you see how they pick and choose which moral compass they decide to follow depending upon what the situation is? Very interesting.
Said that. Drastic measures, right, have to be taken after drastic results. You're making
Oops.
50, 20,
Here we
100
go.
grand a month.
Here we
off
go.
of OnlyFans or dancing or whatever, using your body as a commodity.
There is whatever, using your body as a commodity. There is what Myron is about to talk about. There is a price to this. You don't get to, listen, man, when you make that kind of money, cashing out your beauty or prime fertile years, that doesn't come for free. There is a cost. There is a price to be paid.
You're gonna have to dig yourself out of that hole.
There it is.
Like I told you, fast money comes with slow fucking problems. So you make that kind of money quick, and you've made these decisions. The only way that you're gonna get out of those problems. Let me finish. The only way that you're gonna be able to get out of that is you're gonna have to take crazy overt measures to basically fix what happened.
But why do I have to take crazy overt measures? Because the way you made fast money was crazy and overt. This is a math equation, guys. This is a math equation. 1 = 1, 2 = 2. It's not 1 = 40 fucking 5.
Okay. If you want a high value guy and someone to take you seriously,
there you go.
You want to continue to live your life and have that fast life,
cool.
That's fine. But what I am saying, I'm talking to a woman here, because you guys asked us, well, after a year, how would you get yourself out of this situation?
Yeah, they asked the question. They don't like they asked the question. They don't like the answer.
Down a high value guy. I'm telling you guys a strategy. Yes, it is crazy. Yes, it is drastic. But drastic measures have to be taken after making drastic amounts of money using unconventional means that would make you unattractive to most men.
Bingo. So that was a mic drop moment there for Myron Gaines. Mic drop moment there for Myron Gaines. Let me again quickly remind everybody that on Friday the 5th, Friday, November 5th, 2021, my brand new ebook drops. My brand new ebook, 14 Questions She'll Ask on the Very First Date and How to Correctly Respond, drops. 2 days. It's going to be Friday, right around 10, 11 a.m. Eastern. The book is absolutely free. I'm not charging you anything. All you got to do, go to donovansharp.com/newsletter, plug in your very best email, and come Friday, the book is yours. No strings attached. No strings attached. Okay, let's go to the second video. And the second video is very, 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 very interesting and very, very telling. Also very, very typical. So this particular Fresh and Fit clip, he talks to a couple of women who don't really seem to understand why men are not turned on by women who have masculine traits. Let's not waste any time. Let's get into it.
Do you guys earn 6 figures a year? Well, you two?
No, not
you don't?
Yet. I don't.
Okay. All right.
She says no, not yet. Pfft.
You?
Hell no, I don't.
No, not you.
She said hell no.
You don't. Okay. So, you guys, I can already tell, are not agreeable. You guys are entrepreneurs, right? Yeah. So you guys are fighting everything I say, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. You guys, I'm sure you guys are competitive, not agreeable. Work hard, whatever it is. Unfortunately, ladies, even though these traits are attractive in men, they're not attractive in women. Women that are competitive, assertive, dominant,
he already got it.
Etc. are not attractive. Whether y'all want to accept it or not, social constructs don't adhere to reality. We sit here and try to tell men, y'all should want a strong, independent woman that can handle her home. Y'all want to know the truth? We don't give a fuck, and we don't want those women. We want a girl that's young, attractive, docile, and feminine. Just like y'all want. Hold on, let me finish. Okay. Just like we want a woman, just like you want a man that's masculine and dominant and can be confident, etc. We want a woman that's the opposite. What if I started wearing heels and a dress?
What the fuck?
Exactly.
Right.
We don't want a woman that acts like a dude that has competitive, traits.
What's wrong with you if you're doing that? We gotta play dress up or something.
Thank you very much. Just like you said, see how you were so quick to say something's wrong with you for cross-dressing. Something's wrong with you for being masculine.
Ambitious? Oh, now I'm masculine because I can hold down my own.
Yes, you are. Ambition is a masculine trait. The only thing a woman needs to be ambitious about is her man and her family. That's it.
Yes. Traits that you have to take to actually.
Oh, look, no, sweetheart, like, we're not lying to you. Like, ambitious women are masculine. I've never met a feminine woman who was ambitious. And I have never met an ambitious woman who was feminine. They are all masculine.
Be an entrepreneur and be successful.
To make that kind of money,
You
to
have
become
to be
successful.
resilient.
Being competitive is
Exactly.
Go-getter.
It's
You
Men
masculine
don't
traits.
want that.
Resilient, a go-getter. Guess what? Those are masculine traits, baby girl.
Men don't want it.
Wait,
So
they're not
y'all
comfortable
don't-
with it.
Then I don't want you.
But I'm
Maybe that's not the type of guy that I'm trying to.
Oh, that's cute. Well, then if you don't want me, I don't want you. All right, cool. So you want a weak man. You want a man that you can walk all over. All right, I got you.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay, the man you just
Did
described.
that
hold on.
ever occur to you?
Hold on.
maybe?
The guy you just
This bitch is so fucking gone. Did that ever occur to you? Number one, he doesn't want you. Let's get that right. You can't tell her, well, maybe I don't want you. Sweetie, it's too late. He's already told you he doesn't want your ass. So an argument to that is, well, maybe I don't want you. It doesn't fucking matter, chick. He doesn't want me. Well, I don't want you.
described that you want.
Yeah.
We literally just showed that point.
He would definitely be interested in a woman that makes her.
No, he
own
would not.
Oh, hell
No,
hell no. Look at her. Dude, look at her. She honestly does not get it. She doesn't get it. My guess is that they did that female delusion calculator, the 0.001%, and she said, oh, a man like that would definitely want a woman, like me.
He would not. Quite opposite.
No,
Guys
he
with
would
money don't care about your money. Actually,
Look! Again, she's genuinely confused. She's like, what? Watch this. Just watch this. Watch.
We literally just showed.
Look, watch.
He would definitely be interested in a woman that makes her.
No, he
own
would not.
money.
quite opposite.
No, he.
Look at her face. She's like, are you serious? Just watch, dude, watch. This is why I don't dislike this woman. This is why I don't dislike this woman, because hold on. You know what? I'm going to do a close up of her. I just want you guys to I got to figure out a way to lock my dock on my Mac, cuz I'm tired of my dock moving around. Hang on a second. This is hilarious. Look at her face. She is like, "Wait, what?" I just want you guys to concentrate on this chick. Watch this. This is funny. This is genuine shock and surprised. This is genuine shock and surprise. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, so watch.
Did that ever occur to you?
Hold on.
Like,
The guy you just described that you want.
yeah.
We literally just showed that point.
He would definitely be interested in a woman that makes her.
No, he
own
would not.
money.
Quite opposite.
Look!
No, he would not.
Quite opposite.
Yo, watch this again. Yo, real talk. She's like, what?
Hold on.
Watch.
The guy you just described that you want.
Yeah.
We literally just
This
showed
is-
that point.
He would definitely
Dude, and look how confident she is. He would definitely. Now watch her face when they're like, no, watch.
be interested in a woman that makes her.
No, he
own
would not.
money.
Quite opposite.
No, he would not.
Look how shocked she is. She's like, what? Look how long she looks at Fresh.
Quite
Watch.
opposite.
Look, she's like, like, dude, she does not, dude, she is honestly surprised. She is honestly surprised. She really, yo, her face is like, wait, huh? Like, what are, like, hold up. This is the equivalent. This is the equivalent of what she just did right here. Boom. Boom. That's it. Watch. Let's replay this. Right. Check it out.
No, he would not. The
Watch.
guy you just described that you want.
Yeah.
We literally just showed that point.
He would definitely be interested in a woman that makes her.
No, he
own
would not.
money.
Quite opposite.
No, he would not.
Quite opposite.
No,
Guys
he
with
would
money
not.
don't care about your money. Actually,
She's
when you
like,
have money,
what?
for the guy with money, it's kind of like, you know what?
Yo, she is like, yo, look at her. Look at her face. This is a woman who is rethinking everything. She's like, oh my God, I've been living a lie. Dude, it is incredible. I'm telling you, these young girls out here are clueless. They really are. Listen, man, I know that this community can be hard on women, and for very good reason, but I'm going to tell you what. A lot of these really, really young girls, they just don't know. They just do not know. They have no idea.
Unless you're talking about an older guy. Them are different. The older ones, they like that.
All right, so
That girl's a freak. I can already tell you that.
So, all right. So,
Y'all going there?
what's
They
wrong
get
with a
that
guy?
shit? Hell no,
Ladies,
they're not going for that.
ladies.
Try.
What's wrong with a guy who's in touch with his emotions, right? Because if he has emotions, then he's in touch with his
Oh, I love the reverse psychology here by Pogson.
emotions.
There's
He's
nothing
like,
wrong
"Hey,
with
girl,
that.
what's up? What's going on? How's
There's
your
nothing wrong with
feelings?"
that.
Blah, blah, blah. But you just said, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with the guy?" But the moment you're like, or like, we went on girls who's very masculine. You're like, "So you're telling me you don't want girls who's masculine?"
I want a guy who's in touch with his emotions. I don't understand the
Bullshit.
I want a guy who's in touch with his emotions. Oh my God.
Stop the cap.
Stop the cap, man. No, you don't. Get out of here. Oh God. Here we go. Devin on the Sharpstream side says women are conditioned to think that men want successful, strong women who match them in all regards. Most average men don't want to support a woman. They want her to do half the work and earn half the money. Well, that ain't going down here. Malik D with the, what you mean you don't eat box? Dev also says, the truth is, 80% of men don't have the means to support a girlfriend, nonetheless a family, yet these women exclude these 80% of men. They think they are attracting and excluding the men they want by being strong boss bitches. No, I disagree, Devin. I disagree. I think the number, you're going way overboard on that. I'm thinking the number is probably 20 to 30% of men don't have the means to support a girlfriend, much less a family. I think that's probably what you meant. Listen, man, men have decided not to. Devin, men have decided not to support women and families because they're saying that it's a bad bet. It's not that they can't, it's just that they won't. Yes, there is a, listen, I put the number at 25, 30%, but 80% of men not being able to support a girlfriend, no, that's your female hindbrain speaking, and that's okay. I forgive you.
No, let me finish my point, guys. Like, just like when I said, what if I wear a dress and start acting like a girl? Y'all said hell no, right?
I didn't say hell no.
No, she said hell no.
I said fuck no.
And being honest,
I love the black girl. She said, I said fuck no.
You would not date me either.
That's my girl right there.
If I was wearing heels and saying, let me take you on a date.
You'd be like, both no. Girls and guys. If you're going through something, we can go through it together.
For crying out loud. Seriously?
Stop the cap.
Seriously? Let's say, okay, so she's that bitch. She's that bitch, right? This is the bitch. See, again, that's the disagreeableness he's talking about. This dude, she has an answer for everything. She has an answer for everything. Myron says, well, I don't, yeah, there it is. There you go. Geeky Anomaly with the Klinger gif. I want a man who's in touch with his emotions. Myron takes it to the extreme. Well, I date both men and women, so we can go through it together. Oh, for crying out loud. It gets on my nerves when women just lie and make up shit just so they can be right. Get fucking, like, miss me with this. This woman does not look good enough to be talking like this, by the way.
Okay. Like, we could talk about it. Again, I said communication is key.
Okay, you know what? You might be the exception to the rule, but if I lined up 100 women, 99% of them are going to say, hell fucking no, I want a man. Which is fine. Yep. Just like you want a man to be masculine, we don't want a woman that's masculine.
That's right.
We want a woman that's feminine. Here's the problem. We live in this clown world where...
Oh, here we go. Here we go. So now the short girl is like, oh, okay. So you don't want a masculine. We don't want masculine women. So if a woman is not masculine, she's got to be ditzy. She's got to be dumb. See, there she goes with this another straw man argument, another apex fallacy. We don't want women with PhDs, so we must want dumb women. That's ridiculous.
No, it's not ditzy. The man you just described there, guys that make that kind of money, they're cutthroat, they're competitive, they're assertive, they're dominant, they're masculine. These are masculine traits. Whether you want to accept it or not, they're masculine traits. Those kinds of guys are not looking for masculine women.
I see what you guys.
That's cap.
I can agree with that.
Society lies to you and tells you, be strong, be independent, make your money, blah, blah, blah. What society doesn't tell you is, the more money you make, the more doors close, because the men that make that kind of money don't want those types of women.
Right?
That's why there's
No, the fuck you didn't.
a bunch of news articles out there of successful entrepreneurial women and or women that are doctors, lawyers, etc., struggling to find a husband and or a boyfriend. And the reason why is because as a woman makes more money, her ability to date down goes down with it. But those guys that make more money, they can
I can
date down.
totally agree with that. That's why
then.
most of these women are lesbians. You know, you got.
Oh my God, that's why most of these women are lesbians. Oh God. So highly successful women are lesbians. Is that it? Come on.
Doctors that are lesbians. You got fucking psychologists that have partners.
A lot of them are single and they're just miserable.
There you go.
The point I'm trying to make is this.
Dude, Myra just rolled over on that.
Whether you guys want to accept it or not, y'all don't like it. But as a man makes more money, he's going to date a girl that's young and attractive. And
there it is.
That's you making money and becoming successful is good for you, but it does not make you more sexually attractive. However, for a guy, as he makes more money and he becomes successful and he's dominant, confident, assertive,
do it, baby.
He becomes more attractive. As you become more assertive, dominant, and successful, you become less attractive.
So it's like you guys get rewarded. It's like you guys get rewarded for getting your shit together.
Yes, we do get rewarded. Men get rewarded for masculine traits and masculine activities. Women get rewarded too, to some degree, just not on the dating market. That's what they have a problem with. Black Wolf Inc. Says, today is a beautiful day to call.
Stop the cap.
Zemzilla, another $20 super chat. Jesus Christ. Says, quote, well, maybe I don't want you is the female equivalent of, quote, I know you are, but what am I? Literal playground BS. If I want a quote sparring partner, I can go to my gym. I don't need her money or her attitude. I know you are, but what am I? That's funny. I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? I used to do that as like a third grader. That's funny. Black Wolf Inc., another $5, says, with the elections yesterday, I don't think this issue will be what we see anymore. When politicians change parties, the world changes with it. Okay, very good. Danny Arnold, welcome to Chat Privilege. At Danny Arnold, to welcome him to the TSR family. Danny, if you would put your age and location in the chat. If you would put your age and location in the chat, we would greatly appreciate. Dev on the Sharp Stream side says 60K can't support a family in most suburban regions. It can in Texas. It can in Florida. It can in Nevada. It can in New Mexico. It can in South Dakota. Though nobody wants to live there, I understand why. What do those 5 states have in common? No state taxes. $60,000 is nothing. $60,000 a year is nothing in a state like California or New York. You have to choose your locations. You have to choose your locations wisely. Listen, man, Devin is going to show her. She's going to show her feminine wiles. She's a woman. This is just who she is. This is who she is. Okay, let's continue.
Let me finish. Men get rewarded for being ambitious. Women do not.
Yes, Georgia.
When it comes to dating and relationships.
And do you think that's just because of like the laws of nature? Can you like maybe dabble on that a little bit?
Yes. It is the laws of nature. That's exactly it.
Constructs, what I say earlier, social constructs don't adhere to reality.
That's right.
We tell women, go ahead, chase a bag, make money, blah, blah, blah. Men are going to be attracted to you.
Be independent, right?
Yeah, it's not attractive. It's a lie. It's cap. Men want women that are young and attractive and fertile. That's why you look at like Dan Bilzerian, look at Hugh Hefner, you look at men that have money. Why do they have a bunch of young baddies with them? Look at Drake whenever he has a party. Future, they have young, attractive women with them that bring nothing to the table outside of the fact that they're attractive.
The black girl, like, this is straight fact.
But why? But why? Because men are biologically hardwired to want young, attractive women that are fertile.
That's it.
Just like y'all want a man that's tall, successful, confident, makes money. We're very different.
So, boom, I got it. Hold that dot. Has it?
Here we go.
Has it occurred to you that's why women date older men and men date?
We've been talking about that on this podcast
children
for a while.
There we go. Did you hear what she said?
We're very different.
So, boom, I got it. Hold that dot. Has it occurred to you that's why women date older men and men date?
We've been talking about that on this podcast
children.
for a while.
Did you hear that? Women date older men and men date fucking children. See, there we go. Sign language. Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. You see, men, we don't make women, at least men in this sector. I know a lot of the black pill community, the lower level MGTOW guys, they make women feel bad about their biological desires. I get it. But we're not talking about those fucking losers. Okay? We're actually talking about men who are into self-improvement and things of that nature. I have never, ever, ever chastised a woman. I have never chastised a woman, ever, for wanting to date a 6'4", super alpha, ripped, 6 figures, 6 foot dick, 6-car garage. Listen, that's your preference, right? Women are biologically hardwired to seek these men. There is nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong at all. We don't shame women for their preferences. We're not here to complain. Listen, we'll certainly point out the fact that women clearly have unrealistic expectations. We'll talk about that all day, every day. But just because women have unrealistic expectations does not mean that they don't have a right to have those expectations. They can want whatever they want. But then when we talk about young, attractive women, we get bitches like this talking about, well, men just want to date children. Men's not dating. Nobody's dating children. Boo. Last I checked, 18 years old is in the age of majority. When you are 18 years old, you are in the age of majority. The age of majority means most people are over the age of 18. Okay? At that point, you are an adult. You're not a child anymore. It's just the same way Guste tried to shame me. What is he trying to come after a 22-year-old girl? No, Guste, you're a woman. You are in the age of majority. You are not a girl. You are not a child. You are a grown fucking woman making grown fucking woman choices. It's funny how women like to interchange the words women and girls and children when it suits them, right? Because when they're 16 years old, when they're 18 years old and they've got a 32-year-old boyfriend, age ain't nothing but a number. 16 years later, they're 32. Well, why is he dating that 18-year-old? 16 years after that, she's 48. Hashtag cougar life. Women only have a problem with men preferring young, fertile women when they don't have those same options. That's the only reason. But for this woman to sit here and say men dating fucking children, no, bitch, that would be illegal. That'll get you locked up in all 51 or 52 states or territories. No, dating children is illegal. It is against the law. And any man or woman who dates a child should be brought to justice.
Oh. They date babies and it's considered.
There we go. Oh, wow. So we're dating babies now, huh? We got courses out here. How to what do we call that? Gerber game? Lollipop game? This is again. This is this woman being angry. This is this woman being angry that sexually attractive young women are more sexually attractive than her. So it is her goal to say, well, you're dating children, babies. No. Dating children and babies is illegal. Any man or woman dating children or babies should be brought to justice because you are committing a crime. A 52-year-old who dates an 18-year-old is not committing a crime. He is dating a grown-ass woman, making grown-ass woman choices.
They're
babies. No, we don't want the babies.
They
don't
date
consider us
babies.
babies. We're not babies.
They gotta definitely figure out
We're
if
not
it was
babies.
consensual or not.
Oh, there we go. See, now we're in the realm of consent. Yeah, here we go.
There's charges going on. Like,
here's the thing,
who
man.
has time for
Like,
all that?
Here's the thing.
See that? Who has time for all that? Yeah, right. Now that she knows she doesn't qualify for the kinds of men she wants, now all of a sudden she doesn't want men. Number one, did it ever occur to you that I don't want a man like you? So there's the first argument. Number two, well, the men I want are dating babies and children, and no, I don't even know if they can consent. I mean, good God, she's a toddler. How could she consent? She doesn't even speak English. Give me a break.
You can try to package it
To say
however
the
you
least.
want. Like this is considered like, general shaming language.
We're getting somewhere, though.
No
We're
one,
getting
no
somewhere.
one insults you for wanting a guy that's tall and makes a lot of money. No one's clowning
Bingo.
you for that. That's
There you
considered
go.
preferences.
Yeah.
But when
There
a
it
man
is.
wants a woman that's young and attractive, it's considered
Misogyny.
the misogyny
He's a
or
pervert.
small dick
Misogyny.
energy or discrimination. No, the thing is this: is that when a woman says she wants this, it's considered preferences. When a man says he wants this, it's considered discrimination.
There you
And
go.
I'm here to tell y'all, The truth is that men and women are different. Men don't give a fuck about your career.
Nope.
Men don't care how much money you make. They don't care about you being ambitious. They don't care about your independence. That's good for you, but it doesn't make you more sexually attractive like a man that has these things.
So in a
Yeah, that'd be the mic drop.
man's eyes, what does make a woman more sexually attractive if it's not the money?
Dude, he just sat here and told you. What does make a woman sexually attractive? Feminine, submissive, and in good shape. There you go.
Or the status she can hold
Misogyny.
down.
Well, here's the thing that's scary. The fact that you don't know that has me very worried because...
Oh my God. Yo, Myron. Oh, yo, hold up, man. Fuck it. That's it. That's it. Oh my God. Yo, he is mopping the floor with this chick.
A lot of young women don't know these things.
Well, we
They
did
think-
say that everybody's different, right?
Everybody's different. Yes. Everybody's different. Everybody has different preferences. But guess what? Guess what? Mother Nature, Father Time, biology, there are no differences. Most men, 99.9% of men with a healthy sexual appetite want young, attractive, fertile women. That's how it goes. So you can sit here and say, oh, well, most men are different. Everybody's different. No. Ain't nobody out here trying to wife up fat chicks if they don't have to.
Everybody does have a higher, like a different standard of what they consider
Okay, they
attractive.
polled a
so
bunch
maybe
of
I'm
men.
asking you.
Okay, they polled
Okay.
men between 18 to 60, right? And they asked them, what did they like, what age range did they prefer in women? Universally, from 18 to 60. Men wanted women between 18 to 24.
There it is. $18 to $24. You can't argue with that. You absolutely cannot argue with that. And she knows she can't. RIP Mike, $5, says they're really struggling with the fact that men want the opposite of what we are, as do women. But it's the feminine women that are ditzy, huh? Exactly. Zimzilla 99, $15 says, sorry, you can't distinguish feminine and ditzy. If she is, quote, smart, she isn't going to break even or marry down. Chick is a he called her a Caposaurus Rex, and that's why she'll be alone and extinct in a couple of years. Dude, Zimzilla's on fire, man. By your powers combined, I am Cap'n Planet. I need to get that sound effect. Basil Denton, $2, says, a lot of these women are lost. You got that right. Mike Taylor, $5, says, what about all of the female teachers that are messing with younger male students? You're right. I don't make the rules. And finally, our last video of the day. Shout out to the lead attorney. Who he has a very good show. And one thing I really do admire about TLA is that he is not afraid to mix it up with his guests. I wish I had the skill he had to, how can I put this? He really quizzes his guests hard without offending them. Because he's like, listen, it's all love, but, and he never lets anything go. So the video that I am going to show you, and listen, no shade on Suzette Speaks. I think she's a lovely woman. She's actually quite feminine. She's well-spoken. She is as good a sport as can be. And she was very, very self-aware. She was introspective. She didn't get combative at all. Unfortunately, and this is the thing. The last two videos that we have watched results in this video. Shout out to Suzette Speaks, very lovely woman from what I can understand, but Suzette Speaks is a culmination on some level of the last two videos. This isn't to say that she is, cries misogyny or that she shames or that she uses sign language. But women like we saw in the last two videos, unfortunately, are going to end up like Suzette, and Suzette appears to be a half-decent human being. No, we're dealing with bitches. Let's do it.
Honored. I'm nervous. This is like a Kevin Samuels show.
People love you. Listen, you are beautiful inside and out. You're an excellent content creator. and people want to know how you feel about this. Now, let's just get something straight.
Here we go.
Just to kind of let it. First of all, tell people a little bit about your YouTube channel.
All right. Well, thank you, TLA. Thank you for mixing up this chat today. I'm over here dying with laughter, reading the chat and listening to you. You are hilarious. But thank you for the opportunity. I have a channel, y'all. It's called the Suzette Speak Show / the Let's Talk Justice Show.
See, I don't detect any see-through in her at all. This woman is genuinely feminine. She is not fake feminine. This is one thing that impressed me about her.
I do 2 types of shows. On Saturdays, I interview politicians, people who have something to say about current events, legal trends. Saturdays at 12 noon. And on the other...
Jay Blaze says, better now that he got rid of Jen. Correction. Better now that I got rid of Jen. See, Jen was a regular on the show until I made an appearance and exposed her for who she really is. Basically just a loudmouth, just talking to be talking. And in the end, she showed her she ended up showing her true colors. So shout out to me for cleaning up for cleaning up TLA's panel.
Side of my show, I have women guests mostly who talk about...
Tater Jack says, I'm curious as to why you don't like him. No, I like TLA. I mean, I don't know if he's talking about me. But no, dude, I like the lead attorney. The lead attorney he's as good as they come. He's a fantastic interviewer.
Empowerment, and when I say empowerment, a lot of guys have been inboxing me like, what do you mean? But just how to become more self-aware, how to grow. For example, tomorrow, I have a special guest that is going to...
She has now that is her real hair. Now I know that is her real hair, y'all. That is 100%, 100% her real hair. I know I'm right about that. I knew I'd get one of these right one of these days.
Speak about...
Dude, this woman is beautiful. She's feminine. She's, well, you know, she's soft-spoken. She is a lawyer, so she does have to be very forthright. But from what I can see, she had... Dude, like, what a waste. Like, this woman had all the makings of a wife. She had all the makings of a wife, man. And I don't know, apparently she's in her, I guess, in her late 30s. She looks fucking fantastic. Hashtag black don't crack. Real hair. Feminine. Soft-ish spoken.
Not discounting the detours of life. She's a poet, she's an author, and we're going to talk about how sometimes we get that no and that stop sign and that detour and how we have to...
She's not allergic to smiling, right? Right? She smiled several times. She smiled several times and she hasn't broken out in hives. Her throat isn't closing up. Her eyes aren't itching. So she's not allergic to smiling.
Really get back on track and how...
Definite G says, nah, it's fake. No. Now, there you go.
To get back on track.
No, that is her real hair. That's her real hair.
So that's what I'm about.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, let me just, because I don't even know this myself, and we started talking about this when we first came on. You know, what is your relationship status? Are you married? Are you single? Divorced? Are you in a relationship? Kind of, what's your deal to kind of get a bearing on where you're at?
Ooh, did you see her smile? Oh, do you see her smile? She has fucking fantastic. Okay, I want her teeth. Man, her teeth are fucking awesome. God damn, look at those chompers. Dude, I'm hating on her teeth. I want those teeth.
Okay, this again, I'm nervous, but never been married, no kids, not currently in a relationship.
Excellent. Are you on the dating market?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh no, I don't want to have to do the Maury. I don't want to have to do this.
Me. This is actually the perfect person.
I don't want to have to do this.
You guys know.
You guys say it's fake? No. Oh my god. Oh, there's no way this woman's hair is fake. Oh my god. Oops. Shit. You know what? I give up. I give up. I give up. I give up. I am not... Dude, there is no way... Dude. Hold up. There's no way this woman's hair is fake. There's no way. Dude, I don't know.
Are you serious?
Fam, I give up. I give up, man. Dude, there's no way I will, no. Now, guess what? Now my delusion level is now. It's over 9,000. No. I refuse to believe. Oh my God. This is insane. You know what? I'm just going to stop. Oh my God. I'm just going to stop guessing, man. I'm just going to stop. Yeah. Malik says give up on, I give up. I give up, man. God damn. I swear to God. Y'all are fucking quick. Guys, I'm surrounded in my lab, my studio. I am looking at four 55-inch high definition TVs. 4 of them. I see all in detail. You guys are watching on your phones and all are like, yep, it's fake. I can't believe it. Unbelievable. I got people texting me it's fake. Oh my God. Are you serious? Oh, dude. That's it. I give up. I can't. I mean, I'm over everything. So, dude, I would have bet. How in the world? I don't know how they do it. Hey, man, listen. I'm not into fake hair or weaves, but I'm gonna tell you what. I have a newfound respect for the people who do the girls who do these women's hair, because I can't tell. Tater Jack says, bro, you need to get a hairstylist to put you up on weave game. Yo. I just knew her hair was real. You gotta be kidding me. I can't believe it. All right. Listen, one of these days, I'm going to get one of these right. God damn.
What her deal is. Y'all want to know. So I want to have a conversation with you, but I want to set a context too. Let's quickly review for the people, and we haven't really talked about this, but just kind of interweave the monologue a little.
He said interweave, pun intended. Danny Arnold, $5. I said I used sign language. So obnoxious. Now I totally love sign language. It's these broads' obvious tell that they lost the debate. Oh, very, very clever, Danny Arnold. Very, very clever. Black Wolf Inc., $5. Sadly, Suzette is yet another beautiful woman that wasted her beauty. It's a doggone shame she is not married, a married mother by 3. Yeah, dude, she looks very wifely. She's a lawyer and she's still feminine. She's a good-looking lady. Dude, beautiful eyes. Dude, she'd have had some pretty kids, man. Damn. Zimzilla, another $15, says if she is a lawyer, then her career could be what's keeping her from spamming spamming Cap Dukins. If she's Jamaican, her hair could be real. No cap. She kind of looks like a relative, but I got an F in Weavenomics, dude. Bruh, I got kicked out the class. Like, they won't have me back. Like, I've signed up for Weaveology 101. They're like, nah, you have failed every test. Like, it's a wrap for you. So I'm out.
A little bit. April Mason. Now, did you know who April Mason was before
yes.
IG post came out a couple of days ago?
April Mason.
No, I had not.
Listen closely, gents.
I followed her, but I was reading as you guys were like in the chat and just kind of learning more about her as we were going along. No, but she has an interesting perspective, and I respect her perspective. I think, women have different experiences. I'm not going to speak for all women right now, but I'm glad, she's brave enough to speak up and say what she thinks and what she sees.
All right, so what are we talking about? Guys, there's this woman, and listen, I really want to call a spade a spade. Suzette says, oh, well, she has a perspective. You know, she has her opinion, and that's true. Her opinion should not be given the same amount of weight as just a regular person's opinion.
Okay.
This is
All
kind
right.
of what I said before. This is a best-selling author, has authored several books, has done over 50 courses, and has counseled women for a decade. She
Right.
is an expert in her field. It would be a mistake just to say, oh, well, you know, she's got an opinion, but another woman has another opinion, and another woman has another opinion. Her opinion should be elevated. It should be given more weight because she's an expert in her field.
Now that I agree with. I agree with TLA. April Mason, I mean, she's a matchmaker of more than 2 decades standing. Yeah.
What she does, guys, is counsel.
Yeah, Jay Blaze says, Donovan, just stick to fake tits. Yeah, listen, I can spot fake tits a mile away, but weaves?
Women, specifically black women. She's down here with me in Atlanta. She counsels black women on dating. She had her own dating coach. She had her own dating matchmaking service.
Right.
And she was counseling black women one-on-one coaching on how to get them the best man for them. All right. So this is a woman who has insight way above what normal women have, because this was her bread and butter. This was how she was feeding herself. You know, it's one thing if you can, you know, throw a football around, you can catch a football as a dude. It's another thing to be Antonio Brown.
Oh, shit.
To earn a living.
Damn, Antonio Brown.
Earn an
Damn.
actual living catching that damn football. You're going to catch it a little differently. You're going to understand
Okay,
that football
all right.
a little differently.
That makes sense.
This woman, guys, what I'm telling you is that she understands black women a little differently. She just does. All right. So, I hear where.
Now, that's a wig that April Mason has on. Now, I can tell that's not her real hair. I better be fucking right.
Where Suzette's coming from, like, yeah, you know, she has a perspective, I have a perspective too, and, you know, I'm not going to speak for all women, that's true, but I want to make it clear that this black woman here is an expert. Right? We need to give her opinion. Is it opinion? Yes. But should it be given special weight?
I agree. I agree.
All right. Now, what did she say? After 10 years plus.
Oh, wow.
Chat are crazy. I just looked over there. I'm going to stay out the damn chat. After 10 years plus of helping women in this
Listen very quickly.
area, it's time to move on. Dozens of success stories from women now married. All right. However, the majority, right? What did Time say about the majority of black women? Anybody remember what Time said about the majority of black women? Black women are the most likely, 62%, the most likely to be single of any sector.
Oh.
Talking about the majority of black women. What does she say about the majority of black women? Unrealistic expectations. Selfish.
It's like TLA is giving an opening statement. Your Honor, or ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
Fake everything. Nails, lashes, everything.
Fake nails and fake lashes are not. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, dude, Dev I pay for Dev to go and get her acrylic nails every couple of weeks. I don't have a problem with that. Every once in a while, she'll get her hairstylist Ashley to come in and put in. She actually has these really cool lashes that she puts them in Devin's eyelashes, and I think they last like 3 or 4 days. You know. Listen, fake hair, fake hair is one thing, but nails and lashes, I think I can tolerate that. Listen, if I can tolerate fake tits, I can tolerate fake nails.
They think they should be chosen just because they have a vagina and good looks.
Oops! Oh, wow! April Mason is putting it down.
Entitlement. These women are mean. When was the last time you heard somebody call somebody else mean?
You're right.
They're just fucking mean. All right? Not knowing the difference between being a woman and being a wise woman. And
Damn.
will fight you to be strong.
Real talk.
Not knowing how to be versus do.
Ooh.
Thinking being a feminine woman is weak. Or pick
me,
whatever the fuck that means. Placing the blame and not taking responsibility or accountability for the choices that they made in men.
Yo, there should be paper coming out of TLA's mouth because he's speaking facts.
Guys, listen again. Sorry, I hit the wrong button.
Yo, he got a little carried away.
We are not talking about just some random woman. This value is like on this is
Malik says men have longer eyelashes than women. Is that true? Oh my God. Now you're saying April's hair is real? Oh my God. There's no way that's real. No way. No way. Hellfong with the Milli Vanilli. I actually had a Milli Vanilli song running through my head the other day. No cap. I really did. Now I'm gonna have to listen to "Girl, You Know It's True."
Opinion.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. I love you.
It's worth more than a regular dude's opinion. Regular dudes, how many? Okay, guys in the chat, let's be honest. How many women are you gonna date in a year? It's not gonna be that many. For an average dude, it might be.
Okay, so what exactly is a pick-me? What exactly is a pick-me, guys? Because I don't know what that is.
Less than 12 to 15. This woman for over a decade has, probably counseled thousands of women. This woman knows women way better than most women. And this is how she is describing.
Oh my God. I can't even tell when it's real now. So I got people telling me April's hair is real. Well, shit, that's it. Looks like I have failed again. Good God Almighty! I need to go to weave school again.
Black women.
Oh shit! Yo, TLA is like black women.
All right. Let's go on.
She's not, dude. I'm kind of afraid to let the video go. Look at Suzette. She's like, do I really have to listen to the rest of this?
Not done yet, guys.
He said, I'm not
She's
done.
Not done with you black women yet.
Oh,
what did she say? Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. She's not done with you yet.
She's not done.
What did she say? Being disagreeable.
Uh-oh.
Defensive. Argumentative about everything. Period. Always finding something to nitpick about. Looking for perfection. If you mention anything about doing something kind for the man they chose, it's the what is he going to do for me?
Damn.
She said, guys, the list goes on. I'm tired of typing. She said, I'm tired of typing. Just believe me when I tell you that the list goes on. All right. Now she says, listen, I'm going to call a spade too.
I'm watching Suzette the whole time.
It doesn't excuse men's behavior. A lot of men around here on some BS. Having a high income doesn't make you high value. And Kevin Samuels would agree. Men would agree with what she's saying, even here.
Yep.
No man in this chat thinks that if you earn $300,000 a year, then you're automatically high value.
Damn.
No man in this chat thinks that.
Nope.
But she says, listen, man, I have made my contribution and impact in this area for decades, right? Over 50 courses that will help women.
Yeah, raptor claws and BBLs. I know what that is now. That's the Brazilian butt lift. Why do they call it a BAL, a Brazilian ass lift? Kitty Cat, $5, says, Donovan, sorry, but the hair is fake and the teeth are veneers. That's how everyone in Hollywood has perfect teeth. They aren't real. Hair is fake. I don't mind veneers. Like, veneers, I mean, dude, veneers are permanent. Like, listen, man, if you were born with, like, dude, what was her name? Cardi B. Had fucked up teeth. Yeah, that's the first thing she fixed. Now, I was blessed with big, strong teeth. But I don't have a problem with veneers. I really don't. The fake hair, that's where I draw the line. But apparently, I can't really tell real from fake. Jesus, fuck.
This area that they can buy or rent. This is a woman who is an expert in the field. And she's telling you what she sees.
Wow.
All right? Now.
God damn. So TLA has just made his opening statement. The defense.
Who do we have?
Oh, no. Who do we have?
We have a black woman.
Yes, we do.
Right? Who is knowledgeable, who is educated, who is attractive.
See, and again, guys, this is what those first two videos led to. And again, I'm not saying Suzette is like those other women. Those other women are clearly, they're going to be so much worse off than Suzette. Dude, Suzette is a good-looking woman. She's clearly educated, though that doesn't really matter, but she appears to be feminine and self-aware. Those other girls are not.
What does time say? You know what time says? It says she's single. Ooh. All right? It says she's single.
Ooh.
Why?
Here we go.
Why is it that someone who looks like you, why is it someone who is educated as you? Let me just ask you, just to be, are you 100% black, or what's your deal?
No, I'm black.
Listen, you're down there.
She said, I'm black. I get that all the time.
In Miami. All right, listen. In Miami, you don't know what the hell's going on.
Lots of mix. My parents.
That's real talk, though. That's real talk.
Are Jamaican.
Okay, you're Jamaican. Okay.
Oh, I did. Oh, okay, so she's Jamaican.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's black.
I don't listen.
African American. Yes.
You might be able to assume in Decatur. You cannot assume in Miami. You could be anything down there. So it's a
Decatur is an outskirt. Decatur is an outskirt of Atlanta. Alpharetta, McDonough, Jesus Christ, Decatur, DeKalb County, Norcross.
Fair question. All right. Shout out to Kid. It says this is TLA's opening statement.
This is opening statement. What do we get?
We call it right out here, right? And shout out to the Blackest Night. It says salute and respect to TLA, aka the People's Attorney. Just curious to know what is Suzette Speaks' definition of a good man, since it usually determines why most black women are single. Yes, okay. I mean, to me,
Zemzilla, another $10 super chat, says a pick-me is someone who's trying to stand out and get chosen by men, essentially being the I'm not like the other girls chick. This explains the culture of black women as being as described. What? Oh, that's what Kevin talks about when he says a pick-misha. Okay, that makes sense. All right.
Being respectful. To me, you are beautiful, you're educated. Can I ask?
E-Dub says TLA is lightweight shooting a shot. That's kind of what I picked up on. Devin, put it on the poll. Is TLA shooting a shot at Suzette? Yes or no? Is TLA shooting a shot at Suzette? Yes or no?
You're not supposed to ask this, but can I ask you?
Don't ask me.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Because it's not Kevin Samuels. Don't ask me.
I was just going to ask you your age, right?
How tall are you? Dress size?
I know, and I'm not going to answer you.
All right, fair enough. We don't know her age. Why is it that a person, and I'm not trying to be like Kevin Samuels, to be honest, guys, that's a relevant piece of information.
Yes,
it's private, so you don't have to answer it. But because a man in this context asks you your age, it's not like he's trying to be Kevin Samuels. If you are 21 versus if you're 45, what you could be looking for could be absolutely different. So
there you go.
Your age is relevant, but it's private, so you don't have to answer it. There's no problem at all. All right. Why is it, do you think, that you are single?
Well, can I answer first about what is a good man?
Absolutely.
There we go.
Also, guys, if you want to...
Rebel 5150 says veneers aren't permanent. No, veneers are absolutely permanent. Like, veneers are supposed to last you for the rest of your life. They are very permanent. I mean, unless you get them knocked out, then, they're not permanent.
Ask Suzette Speaks any questions. Just put them in the chat. Just put Q and in the chat, and then I'll ask it.
Here we go.
CLA applying pressure. Thank you.
Hold on, listen. Everybody, don't answer that. Listen, guys. I mean, the fucking adult, don't ask a woman her age. Like, what the hell are we doing?
That's what I'm talking about. Asking a woman her age is essentially shit testing her, right?
No, this is not to you, Suzette Speaks. This is to the chat. It's like, women, Jesus Christ. Don't answer your age. I can see if you're 80 and you're embarrassed.
But if you're 80, it would be obvious.
But goddamn, we're supposed to be adults and have an adult conversation. You can't even ask a person's age.
There it is.
Right? You don't have to answer it because it's private. I'm not talking to you, Suzette Speaks. I'm talking to the chat. Okay. It's like, Jesus Christ, guys. But okay.
But please continue.
So yes, what in your definition is a good man?
So there's so many parts that go into relationships. So again, this is just me, guys, and I will open by saying, since you gave your opening statement, counselor, that good men are very present. Sometimes we don't see them as good men.
And the reason why you don't see them as good men is because good men are not as exciting as the bad boys, right? Listen, Suzette went to a 4-year school, then she went to law school. She clearly has experience with some of the bad boys. That's really what this comes down to, man. That's really what this comes down to it, man. Listen, good relationships can sometimes be boring. Good relationships can sometimes be boring. Women want it both ways. They want the good relationship that's also exciting. No. Situationships and fuck buddies and it's complicated, those are exciting, but they're not sustainable. They're just not. So, again, she just told us what she used to get up to by saying, hey, look, man, good men are out there, but sometimes we just don't see them that way.
I do think there's a lot that has to do with the Hollywoodization, Real Housewivesization, celebrityization in terms of what we have access to viewing, in terms of people's lifestyles and the partners that they're picking. So I think a lot of discounting has been going on for what some would call, the average Joe, kind of what you've explained. Most people are not at the very top or at the very bottom. We're all, in the middle.
Translation. And again, I've said this many, many times before. Most men are sexually invisible to most women. Women like Suzette don't even see, and again, this is no slight on Suzette. This is just how it is. But when Suzette is out and about, living her life, whatever the case may be, she doesn't see the average Joes. The average Joes are non-existent in her world. And I said this all the way back in episode, 167. The more status, the more resources, the more money, the more things, the more possessions, the more influence a woman acquires, the further she shrinks her pool of potential suitors. And one such example I gave was a law firm. In a law firm, at the very least, a woman might date laterally. If she's a first year, she might date laterally, but she's not dating the janitor, right? She's not dating the law clerk. She's not dating the male paralegal. No. She wants to date, she wants to fuck, she wants to marry the guy with his name on the door. And as she moves up and becomes a partner, now all of a sudden, she doesn't even want to date that first, second, or third year. Her options have now shrunk even more. She's got to date someone who's a lawyer who is at least a partner. And then if she moves up even further than that, she shrinks her pool even more. And pretty soon, you're only left with CEOs. The problem is the CEOs are not looking for women like Suzette. As attractive as she is, as accomplished as she is, they're not. And this is what I'm talking about. Those girls in those last two videos, they're going to, listen, now Suzette is going to be all right in terms of her career, relationship-wise, probably not. But in the end, Suzette didn't cash in on, how can I put this? Suzette didn't cash in when she should have. And I guess she'll get into the reasons why. But again, the girls from the other two videos, this is what they can expect. This is what they can expect.
Mm-hmm. So when we're looking for, people to, procreate with and produce offspring, it's natural that women want like the top of the food chain.
There you go.
However, when we're being more practical, like you're saying, with the numbers being what they are, most men are going to fall in the middle in terms of being,
there you go.
Probably median income, not very high earner.
There you go.
We know that like less than 5% of people make, these good six figures across the board. So the likelihood of you finding a man that is ready to be married, looking to be married, finding you attractive, your lives and your interests align, and there's that, just the good timing is very rare. But I think with shows like, The Bachelor or with the Real Housewives, people think that they have a plethora of choices to match their high standard. That's just not true.
She used the wrong word. She was right, but she was wrong. She says people think they have a plethora of options. No, women think they have a plethora of options. You see, a man in his mid to late 40s who is single, he's satisfied with life. He's good with life. He's dating women half his age, and he's not committing to anybody. He's not ready to settle down yet. He knows he can settle down anytime he wants to. A woman who's that same age is miserable. Her biological clock it's going off. At that point, it's too late for her. It's too late, and she knows it. A man in his mid-40s, he's good with life. A single man in his mid-40s, happy with life. A single woman in her mid-40s, not so much.
And I don't think a lot of us whose parents were well-meaning, who, wanted us to make the best choice possible, wait. That was me. My parents were like, school. Never talked about in my household, when to marry and how to seek out someone for marriage. That was never my mom. I asked her and I was like, why you didn't say anything? She thought it would just naturally happen. But like other, high value, if you will, women or women who have been very focused and have parents who have been pushing them, I do think as a result of kind of like the opening up of women into the job market post the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, our parents saw that women had a lot more choices.
Let me show.
Yeah. Listen, no shade on Suzette's parents, but her parents did her a disservice. Anytime we have Olivia over for a day or two, we're always, Dev and I were always, and we don't sit her down, okay, Olivia, this is what's what. We only have her we have a couple of days every couple of weeks. Sometimes she'll stay the weekend, whatever, just depending on what's going on with her mom and her dad or whatever. Right? But when we see something and she'll ask us questions. God, I cannot remember what this conversation was about. But anyway, and it's funny because she understands. I remember I took Olivia to the mall. To get her ice cream because she had gotten good grades or something like that. And we were walking through the mall, and she says, "Hey, Alex," and she points to this Victoria's Secret sign, and it was a plus size model. She's like, "What do you think of that?" And she's like grinning at me. I'm like, there you go. So children do listen. I'm not even blood related to her, but I'm an authority figure of sorts in her life. Suzette's parents did her a disservice, man. Dude, they did a disservice. Definite G says the black community has emphasized college all the time. Dude, my mom did the same thing to me. Now, all my mom did was bitch and moan about get your education. She didn't actually help me, right? But all she did was just run off at the mouth about college. But yeah, dude, I'm sure Suzette's parents are well-meaning people, but they did her a disservice. And listen, at least she's not going to be alone without anything. I mean, listen, she'll have money, she'll have friends, but what women really want as a man, your pal $5 says veneers last 7 to 15 years and shouldn't be used on anyone able to have braces or other treatments because it grinds your teeth down to mount veneers. Okay. Zimzilla, another $5 super chat, says literally made calls cause for a second thought that my aunt Suzette, but nah, mine's actually married. Dude, I'm telling you, man, Zimzilla thought that Suzette might actually be related to him. So I don't know. Keep an eye out on that.
Let me jump in right here. It seems like what you're saying is that the parents pushed the women to get an education and prioritize themselves
to achieve.
Why do you think
my mother encouraged my sisters to do the same thing?
Parents didn't prioritize family. Why do you think they have prioritized achievement more than family?
Well, I can tell you why. My mother prioritized achievement rather than family because my mother fell victim to the womanist movement. My mother was the virgin bride, right? But she ended up being a hoe because she succumbed to the womanist movement. And so she passed that on to my sisters. Now, one of my sisters has 3 children, all by the same guy. She used to be married to my brother-in-law. They're now divorced. They co-parent. 3 brilliant kids. Love their kids. My other sister, never been married, never had kids. That's how it goes.
That's a great question. My cousins and I talk about this all the time because.
Do you see this? She's like, my cousins and I talk about this all the time. What she is describing, guys, what she is describing is her biological firmware telling her, hey, Suzette, like something is not right. Something is wrong. Like, and you can tell, look at the look on her face. You can see that this is definitely troubling to her. Right? So, man, it's just, and again, listen, I mean, I feel for her. I feel for her because her parents didn't instill the right kinds of family values in her, and this is why she'll more than likely end up not being married or having children. It's sad because she seems like a lovely woman. It really is.
A lot of my older cousins are married, but my generation and younger, I guess it's split. But we talk about, we never had these conversations with our parents, how to date, how to look for a good man,
right?
How to, consider people for courtship, if you will, to use an old-fashioned term, how to, make oneself attractive or available to be found. When they say a man finds a good woman, how do you make yourself available to be found? I'm thinking
TLA. I'm thinking that myself and TLA and Suzette, I think we're probably all around the same age. I'm in my mid 40s. I'm 44. I think Suzette is probably in her late. She looks like, she looks great for however old she is. But I see TLA's got some gray in his beard, so he's probably around my age. I don't know. I'll probably ask him the next time I make an appearance. But I'm thinking that we're all probably around the same age.
They were just trying to. I even in my own self, just thinking about my experience, babies and having babies early was like drilled into me as being, the worst thing that could ever be done in my life. So I had like...
See, that's the thing. Having babies early is the worst thing if you're not married. If you become a teen mom, that torpedoes your life. But if you're 18, 19, 20, 21 years old and you get married and you have children, that's not a bad thing. That is a good thing.
A real averseness to even seeking relationships when I probably should have been. When I was...
Basil Denson, $2 says, TLA is being professional. He's not hitting on her. I thought that he might have been in the beginning, but I don't know. The poll is about 50-50. Hang on a second. Let me go ahead and close the poll. We got a lot of votes on this. All right, 221 votes. 221 votes on the poll. I asked, is TLA shooting a shot at Suzette? 53% said yes, 46% said no. Thank you to all 222 who voted.
I was in college. I was busy trying to run the campus. I was the leader. I was the the president of this, the president of that, and I enjoyed it. But I remember one of my homeboys who was also a noob. Shout out to Jacoby. He would be like, "Dang, where your man at?" And I was like, "Wait, I'm running for student government. I'm running the campus. What are you talking about?" And he was like, he gotta love you and your organizations, don't he? I was laughing at the time, but he was trying to.
He was right though. He was right. He was trying to put her up on game.
Bring to light that there should be other things on your agenda. But even with my older cousins, even with my family, and particularly my parents, that was never emphasized. Wow. That was not something that was, just seen as a priority. The priority was becoming.
Yeah, listen, Jay Blaze on the Sharp Stream side says she's regretting those late nights researching cases instead of finding a guy. Yeah, man. Yeah. Shout out to Kitty Cat. Welcome to Chat Privileges. At Kitty Cat to welcome, I would imagine, her to the TSR family. Kitty Cat says, I heard Suzette is 41. Okay. All right. Yeah, she looks she looks like she speaks with maturity. Appreciate that, Kitty Cat.
The best you could be, proving the system wrong. That black people could be equal, that black people could get graduate degrees, that we could do and be and earn what we hadn't been able to for the majority of us.
And that is true. Black people can earn and black people can achieve. But what that has cost the black community is the black family. And at some point, people are going to have to make a decision. Women are going to have to make a decision. Do I want to earn and achieve, or do I want to have a family? Well, we got society out here telling these women they can do both. Get your career, get your PhD, get all your degrees and earn, and then you'll be ready for a man. that clearly has turned out to be wrong.
Past generations. So I think they were kind of really stuck in this achievement mindset because of society as a whole, because of what they could not experience. A lot of our parents did get married young. So
Dev says, I agree with her. Getting married before 25 was unheard of when I was growing up. Yeah, dude, Devin told me. When she married her now ex-husband, like everyone around her was like, well, dude, you're only 21 years old. Like, what are you doing? You got more life to live and all the rest of that.
they didn't have the choices that we have now in terms of education and, quote, putting off marriage.
Right.
But I look at my friends who did have children young, and I'm like, wow, they're they make out well too. It was
See, this is why we know Suzette. See, and again, when you're talking to women like this, almost all of them argue in bad faith because they want to save face, right? They're all, and Rollo talks about this all the time. This is why I guess the blue pill betas fight so vehemently against the red pill, because they're ego invested in what they've been raised to believe their entire lives. Girls are made of sugar, spice, and everything nice. You're ego invested. There is such a thing as that one special girl. No, there is no such thing as that one special girl. She does not exist. I say it in my opening, in my theme. No, she does not exist. But here Suzette is, and again, this is why this is such a huge loss. Suzette has all of the genetic markers. She has the attitude, she has the temperament to have been a doting, dutiful wife. And because her parents didn't emphasize marriage and kids and family, I mean, like, she's not the typical female attorney that we would think of. No, like, she is quite literally the opposite, and it's incredible. It's incredible.
It wasn't like the life-stopping scenario that I think many of us who were brought up, fairly, middle class, we're taught that, just sex and things that, should be preserved. Your gift should be preserved. For a long time, that was just what the mindset was. It was just go get that degree and then go get that job and that money. It was not, to me, in my household, emphasized as far as the importance of partnership. Even though my parents are still married, most of my aunts and uncles are married.
Well, that's what I don't understand. Like, why is it that the vast majority of your family is married, which means the vast majority of your family is focused around family, but somehow that focus was just lost on you and your generation?
Yeah, it's scary. Because I wonder.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. She has her parents telling her one thing, but everyone around her and her family is doing another. Like, that's a mind job, man.
And I don't know if I had grown up in Jamaica, would I be different? I think about that.
Dude, that's a good question. I think she probably would. Just some old guy says non-melanated women go to college to get a man. Melanated women go to college to prove they don't need a man. Oh, wow. Wow. I don't like to call them melanated women. A lot of people like to call black women melanated women. Black women are not the only melanated women out here. Hispanic women are melanated. Oriental people are melanated. Like, black people are not the only ones with melanin in our skin. So, listen, I know it's not politically correct to say black women and white girls, but let me read this through the Donovan eater. White girls go to college to get a man. Black women go to college to prove they don't need one.
Us coming and adopting a more Western American mindset, I don't know.
When did you come over?
Right.
I was 3 when I came over.
Wow. So she's been here forever. Yeah.
I'm an American. Yeah, I can get very Jamaican with you, though. I can turn it on when I'm ready.
Gotcha.
When I'm emotional. But,
let me ask you this. People want to know your personal definition of a good man. Because why is it that
real quick, Black Wolf Inc. $5 says, sadly, she is the prime example of Kevin Samuel's nice modern woman theory. Wow. And confirms many of the issues. The disappointment and waste of beauty is over 9,000. Yeah, it's a shame, man. Like, what a waste. Oh my God, what a waste. It's like when women They'll know a dude, 6'5", alpha dude, he's got movie star looks, and he turns out to be homosexual. They're like, oh my God, what a waste. That's kind of the way I feel here. Like, what a waste. Like, this woman is so matronly. Ay, ay, ay. Zimzilla99 with another $20 super chat says, I can tell her mom is tried and true Jamaican like mine. Jamaica is so much more culturally homogenous, so marriage and dating aren't the same as in the black community here. Could probably get a man in Jamaica, but not Miami. Isn't that something? I did not know that. I did not, it's interesting. I've never really considered the Jamaican culture, but this explains why her mother and father are still married and all of her aunts and uncles are still married. That explains all of that. Wow. Dude, Zimzilla, that is fascinating. I had no idea that it was that different. Damn. Ostrike, $5 says, come on now, how many white chicks are engaged in college anymore? They're engaged in sluttery. Very good point. Touche.
All
May
right.
I jump in? Okay,
Yeah,
wait.
well, let me just ask you that. Listen, let me preface this by saying any question that I ask you, you don't.
Geeky Anomaly says technically anyone except albinos have melanin. Okay, all right, fair enough.
You don't have to ask, you don't have to answer, of course, right? But it does kind of give context, right, to where we're at. I'm not going to ask you any crazy questions, but one question I think might be relevant is how long has it been since your last relationship?
Oh, that's a Kevin Samuels question.
Pre-COVID, so like a couple years ago.
Wow.
And how long did that relationship last?
I would say give or take like a year.
And why aren't you married?
Yeah.
How tall are you?
Okay. Now, Hank Tyrone from the 404 High Value Man himself wants to know, what, in your opinion, is a good man?
I think I model what I think a good man is after my father. My father.
Unbelievable. After her father, like, dude, oh my God, what a waste. This woman had a mother and a father in the home, and she looks for men like her father. It does not get any. God, man.
Is a working class man.
There
He's
you go.
An electrician by trade. My father is just, I think, very hardworking, dedicated, and he shows his love by doing. There's nothing he wouldn't do to sacrifice. He's a very giving and kind of a sacrificing man.
There you go. So again, and it's interesting because in America we would think, oh my God, as a man is self-sacrificing and blah 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 blah. That's bad for American men, but apparently in Jamaica it's different. A man, and this is the way men are supposed to be. Men are supposed to want to sacrifice. Like, this is why men work on the railroad all the live long day for their family. That's what it's supposed to do.
This is a fucking chat. Sorry about that. I'm not laughing at you.
TLA, get out the chat.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And I will bring a
TLA is still looking at the chat.
And I think this is a part of what kind of I hear in some of Kevin Samuels. I don't listen to him all the time. But
you guys says, I think, Casual Germ says, I think she's capping. Robert Dalton says lies. You know, it's interesting. I think before she went to college, I think that's probably what she was looking for. But when you get a taste of that fast college life and you get to hook up with all these other guys, like, your perception of what a good man is becomes skewed. This is why she is still single. She would, you see, before she went to college, she would definitely have been attracted to a man like her father. Right? But now that she's been through she's been for 4 years of college. I don't know how long law school is. Now she's a lawyer. A man like her father is not going to be attractive to her anymore. It's just not possible. She wants a blue collar guy. She probably makes well into the six figures. She can't date a blue collar guy. I mean, unless he's a plumber with his own plumbing business, but even then,
some of the overlay, I think, of how Black women are approaching dating has a religious overlay. No one is really acknowledging that, I think, as much as they should.
Mr. Shane Vicious, $2 says she wants a man like her dad, just not blue collar. Bingo.
In terms of the discussion, in terms of, who you're trying to choose and your Boaz and all this, I think sometimes we have been.
Hold on. What did she say?
Acknowledging that, I think, as much as they should. in terms of the discussion, in terms of, you know, who you're trying to choose and your Boaz and all this.
What does Boaz mean?
I think sometimes we have been maybe, what should I say, misdirected or misguided by the church.
Wait, it seems like
misguided by the church.
Still, we kind of trail off. Like, what? I'm trying to pin you down here.
What
is your definition of a?
There it is. Dev said it. She knows what a good man is. That's not what she is attracted to. I mean, right. Once you jump on the carousel, and I'm going to make the statement, once you jump on the carousel, you can no longer be attracted to good men. It's just not possible. It's just not possible. Kitty Cat says Suzette was failed by feminism. Absolutely. Oh, Boaz and Ruth. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Well, there's the heathen in me coming out. Good Lord.
Good man.
But yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Hardworking, self-sacrificing.
Yep.
As well as empathetic, compassionate, leader, giver, not perfect, definitely not perfect.
What, you don't want a perfect man?
Visionary, wants a family.
Okay.
And will be loyal.
Oh, okay. Oh boy. And will be loyal. Oh boy. That's where, yeah. Again, when she says loyal, I'm assuming she means sexually loyal, as in maybe he won't go have another family, but this is 2021. Things are different now.
Now you're on the dating scene. You're actively dating. Why do you think it is that it's hard to find a man like that?
I think for where I live in South Florida, kind of like Atlanta, you have a lot of choice.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
I don't know what the current ratios are.
She said men have a lot of choice, which means that they're, and I'm going to tell you what, man. I lived in Vegas for a long time, and I had always maintained that Las Vegas had the highest concentration of super attractive women of any city I'd ever been to. My mind was quickly changed when I visited Miami for the first time in about 10 years. Dude, there are bad bitches all over the 305. There are bad bitches all over the 305, guys. All over the 305. These bitches are bad.
I think...
and that's what she's talking about.
Down here, again, image, just like I was referring to earlier, is very important. You are always going to find a good-looking woman here.
That's right. There it is.
The ratio here is not like the rest of the country. It's not like the Midwest.
Let's back up. So when you say choice, what you're saying is that men have a lot of women have a lot of competition.
Absolutely.
So it's hard for you to find.
Yep, JB84 on the Sharpstream side says, unfortunately, they're not choosing her when they can get the 20-year-old baddie. There you go.
A good man because you are competing with a lot of different women?
One part of it. That's partially yes.
Okay.
In addition,
go ahead.
I would also add that the men that I necessarily attract, I'm not necessarily always attracted to.
There it is. The men that I attract are not necessarily the men I'm attracted to. Guys, that's one of the side effects of the carousel. She attracts good men. But guess what? She's not attracted to those good men. Because again, the carousel renders a woman impervious. The carousel strips a woman of her natural instincts to be attracted to good men. Not the bad boy. Listen, once you are tainted by the bad boy players, that's it. I mean, unless you get with a bad boy player who also makes a good, relationship material, right? I guess I can kind of consider myself to be in that camp. Because I did the whole bad boy player, Vegas hangover life. But now I've settled down. I'm in a long-term cohabitating relationship. So who knows? Maybe that's why Dev fell in line. Who knows? But the carousel, it harms women, man. There it is. Definite G says, there it is. She is bored with normal. There you go.
But I think sometimes they're missing the components of what I just described as a good man.
Mm-mm.
I think
Nope.
emotionally they're not ready, or just maturity wise in terms of what it's really going to take.
Which means that the men that she is attracted to are the bad boys. No emotional maturity. They're not ready to settle down. Do you guys see what she just did there? You guys see what she just did? Zimzilla, another $10 super chat, says, she sounds like my mom. Boaz was a biblical figure, an example of a bad husband in the Bible. Jamaica is very connected to the church, heard it all the time. She's too old and traditional to compete there. Oof.
For two people to, be self-sacrificial and put their desires aside to make this union work.
Okay, so you mentioned that maybe they're not as mature as they need to be.
Mm-hmm.
What age?
Those are the bad. Oh, here we go.
Are you typically?
Here
what
we go.
Age range are you typically dating?
No, did you see? Look. Watch her face.
Okay, so you mentioned that maybe they're not as mature as they need to be.
Mm-hmm.
What age range are you typically?
There it is. Did you see that guilty little smile? Because she knows.
Typically dating these men.
I would say between early to mid 30s to early to mid 40s are where I tend to get the most interest. Young guys, I would say, are like late 20s. I don't think they're mature yet.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're still building.
So the men in the 30s and 40s, they're not mature enough for you yet?
Some of them, no. Some of them, I don't know if they are trying to figure out how they're going to make money. I think that's a big deal when it comes to start.
See, here we go. Kitty Cat says the men she wants are playing the field and not trying to marry her. JB84 on the YouTube side says the man she wants don't want to commit to her.
A family, at least.
Yeah, Edub said she needs to move out of Miami. Absolutely. That's where she needs to get up out of Miami. Look, man. Look, yeah, Kitty, listen, she's dating younger men. I think that's obvious. You see, the younger men are more attractive, but they're not ready for a family. They'll mess around with her because, she's, something to do, but the older men, not so much.
Have an idea or be working towards how to be stable. I think down here you have a lot of what Kevin Samuels, again, I don't watch him all the time, but I've caught a few episodes, what we call kind of like that serial entrepreneur. Everybody wants to be their own boss.
Yep.
And you have a good number of people that are trying to, maybe carve their own path, but they are not as stable as one would want if you're considering them for a real, long-term relationship.
Again, and listen, she's very good at framing. She's very, very good at framing this. She really, really is. Robert Dalton says mature equals makes more money than her. Yes. You see, again, the girls in the other two videos agree with what she is saying. Like, she is, again, the girls in the videos, the girls on the Fresh and Fit podcast earlier, this is who they're going to be in 10 to 15 years. They don't know it yet, but that's what's happening. That's what's happening. OC McQueen, $10, says the quality that she wants a man to have are the qualities she lacks herself and to give a man in a relationship. Oh boy. Dr. Thunder, $5, says there are so many credentialed, hardworking quality guys. How is that none of these women can find them? That's a very good question. Ostrike, $10, says first time in Miami was walking by myself through what was basically an abandoned area. A solid 9 was coming the other way by herself. They're everywhere. Dude, listen, man. I've been to Miami I went to Miami 2 or 3 times between 20 and 21. Between 20 and 21, man. And there are bad bitches every goddamn where. Like, everywhere you go. Like, everywhere you go. Like, you see him walking down the street. It's insane. It's incredible, man. It really is. It really is. I think we've made the point. I think we've certainly gotten to a point where we understand what's really going on here with Suzette. Like I said, man, fresh and fit, and the lead attorney sort of inadvertently did a companion. They kind of did a collaboration and didn't even realize it. You have women who don't understand that promiscuity is not attractive to men of value. Then we had two women who didn't understand that masculine traits are not attractive to high value men. And on your screen, same city. On your screen, guys, on your screen is a manifestation of all of these girls in Miami. This is how they're going to end up. And you want to know something? This is on the good end. This woman is still attractive. She actually makes her own money, and she has family in the area. A lot of these bitches come from all over the place just to, for the glitz and the glamour. Suzette is going to be one of the lucky ones, and she'll still end up alone. And it's a shame, man. It really is. Dre Raven says, Scottsdale is filled with baddies. Listen. Scottsdale, downtown Phoenix, there are bad bitches everywhere. They are bad. I'm telling you, man. Dude, I'm trying to tell you, the warmer it is, the badder the bitches. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. There's not going to be a breakdown of the of Too Hot to Handle. We went way over on time today, but I will certainly pick that back up tomorrow, which is Thursday, and of course on Friday. Thank you guys all very, very much for tuning in to this, the 799th edition of TSR Live, episode 800. Episode 800 is tomorrow. It's amazing, man. Until then, I'll see you next time, guys. Take care.